Well, hello and welcome to Cab Crew Wednesdays. And I want to thank everybody for showing up this Wednesday for a fine, fun filled night on the Cab Crew Live. I do have some folks down in the bottom, but before we get to that, I want to say hello to everybody. I believe Dwight Curley, I believe he was the first one. So, Dwight, you're getting a cookie tonight. I hope you enjoy it because it is chocolate chip and it is got some raisins in it. I hope you like that. So let's say hello to who's in here. So we've got Peyton Railfan. Hello. We've got John Benicki. Good evening. And we've got Mystic Railroad and Double Barrel Terrell. Thank you, buddy. And then we've got Wigwag Workshop, and we've got Model Train Aficionado, and Digger Evans. Hey, how you doing, buddy? It's a little late for you tonight, but I sure appreciate seeing your beautiful face. And we've got Carolina Foothills Railroad. Hello. And we've got, let me see here. We have got Doug from Forever DC. Welcome and good evening. And we've got Mom and Sons Trained Rail Fans. And let's see, we've got B&B Railroad. Why I've got Mom in here, I didn't get to do a video out, but it's a little late, but I do want to say thank you for the card and the lovely card that I got, which is, you all can see it. It's a Valentine's card from Mom and Sons Trains Rail Fans. And then also I got a really cool sticker. that that's a really cool sticker. That's awesome. And also, Ray wrote me a lovely letter. So let me read that lovely letter real quick. So it says, thank you, Daryl. I greatly appreciate your support and kindness. Means a lot. I thank you for all you've done for the community. Thank you, guys. You're kind. Um, you're kind, supportive. It doesn't go unnoticed. By the way, you have a okay. Sorry, I'm not really reading that one. I didn't practice this out. So, but we enjoy seeing you. I especially like your trains. Well, thank you, Ray. I hope you enjoy um, and keep up the great work. Much enjoy, Cab Crew Wednesdays. Thank you very, very much. And it is signed. Oh, I was reading the wrong one. Okay. All right. I really screwed up. Okay. Anyways, that was Lehigh. That was Lehigh River Subdivision, which he gave me a calendar. Sorry, Eden. Okay, so I won a contest, and that was the note from Lehigh Subdivision. Sorry, when did I mess up? But anyways, I won this calendar. It's by Ditchlight Productions, and it's got all the cool pictures of trains and stuff in there. So, and like I said, I really didn't get a chance to put up a video for all this. So, but there's some really cool trains in there, and I really am enjoying the calendar. So, anyways, sorry for that. But I want to thank Tammy and Son Rail Fans. Thank you very, very much for my Valentine's card and Lehigh River Subdivision. Thank you so much for that wonderful calendar. And I want to say hello to Inked Rails. How you doing, my friend? And in B&B Railroad, hello. And if I missed anybody, we'll catch up. So it seems like it's been forever since I've been on, and actually it's been a month. So Stormy Sky Rail Productions, how you doing, you guys? It seems like it's been forever, but I'm glad I'm up here. I've had some up and downs. And Kyle Stevens, hello. Um, I've had some up and downs, and I'm starting on the upside. And it's just business is really busy, and I have very little time. So I try to find the time to hit everybody's, you know, videos and comment, and it's kind of sometimes gets a little too overwhelming. And but I'm still doing it, and because I appreciate the support that everybody gives me, and I want to give the love and support back. So here's a little story. I find myself lately. This is like the first or second time I've done it. I find myself like in the bathroom, sitting down, commenting because I'm trying to find time wherever I can to comment. And I know it's kind of crazy. I don't know who else does that, but I have some conversations with other guys, and they laughed out loud and said, "Hey, that sounds like me." In any case, John, hello and welcome. Ray Bertelson, good evening. Thank you for being here. And so I just wanted to kind of throw that out. Hey, I'm only human, and but at any case, but what I that's right, Tammy. Derek Alexander, hello. Yeah, shit happens. It sure does. Yeah, and I just want to know. I just wanted everybody to know. I'm just like everybody else. I'm just human, and yeah, it's kind of embarrassing to say that on live TV, but you know what? It is the truth. I try to find every and any way to support everybody's channel, and um, I myself here just kind of created a monster, but I enjoy every minute of it. And actually, since I've been on YouTube, I really haven't been finding much love or time to work on my own layout because I'm so busy. But I've actually been working on my center table and on my round table part, and I'm pretty proud of it. And I got a little bit more done this last week. So let me find. Hey, Peyton Rel fan, how you doing? Let me find the cursor and let me see if I can find where that is. And so this is the area that I've been working on, and I must say I'm pretty proud of it. And it's a lot of work. It's an absolute lot of work, and this is on my center section of the table. That was never supposed to happen. And I forgot to say hello to my good friend Boxcar Jerry. Boxcar Jerry, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you being here this evening. And Train Wild, hello, Train Wild. Well, welcome. Um, so yeah, so this what you're looking at is this turntable is 130 foot, and it's just supposed to be more not really a facility for a roundhouse. It's more just like a facility for fixing trains. And actually, the signage says Double D Train Works. So yeah, go figure. I didn't want to put Double Barrel Daryl Train Works. That just didn't flow well. So I just decided to go with Double D Train Works. But yeah, so yeah, it's a little bit different. So well, without further ado, I'm gonna take this section down, and if you anybody has any questions on that, thank you, B&B Rail. Um, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Carolina. Yeah, it needs a little dirt. I do actually the back containers that are holding the trucks and the wheels. Those containers are actually pretty well, and even the building is a little dirty. So I think what the biggest thing is that white roof on that building, and I did dirty up a little bit, but maybe it needs to be a little bit dirtier. I don't know. So let me bring myself back up. All right, so there we are again. So I hope everybody's doing really well. I'm doing good, and I'm feeling good. So let me go ahead and bring up. Well, thank you, Kyle Stevens. Let me bring up my other guys here. So we have got. Um, hmm, there we go. So let me
What's
bring up.
up?
Good
So
evening.
derail Daryl. Is that the office from the vehicle maintenance facility kit? Yes, it is. I remember I commented on your video and I said, actually, that's a really neat kit. And I actually used the office building for this build. Now, I wasn't too sure on the white roof, and it is kind of bright. It is a little dirty, but maybe not dirty enough. But yes. So if you liked how it looked, it's looking pretty good. So let me see who else. Hey, Thomas. How you doing? Hey, Plumber. How you feeling today?
So, I mean, I felt a lot better, I'll tell you that. But happy to be here. I thank everybody in the comments that is saying hello and wondering what's up. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Derek. Yeah, no, I actually do work on my layout. I just haven't been really working on it since I've started this channel, and it was actually nice to be able to. It was actually nice to be able to work on the layout. Hey, Trekside Mike, how you doing, buddy? So,
Yeah, I have
um,
the same problem, Daryl. We're watching so many, live streams every week. You don't get a time to work on your layout. But ever since I put my laptop in the train room, I can watch the live stream while I'm working on the layout. And making comments every now and again and stuff like that. So that's been helpful.
yeah,
Nice. Nice.
yeah, yeah. No, I totally hear you, and um, it is a lot of work, and but it is work that I do enjoy, and because I do enjoy seeing everybody's content, and um, it does take a lot of time, and I I will continue is and continue to keep supporting everybody, and I think it's very important, and because I like people commenting on my channel, but like I said, at the same time, sometimes it gets a little hectic. So, but in any case, so Plumber,
Yes.
what's going on, brother?
Well, lots of problems with chemo. So they pushed my next treatment back till next week. Um, Found a blood clot in my neck where this device is. So on some blood thinners now, but pushing through. That's all that matters. Pushing through.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
thank you everybody, and Tammy and Ray. Thank you. Same thing. I got the card, but then like a few days later, I got this from Tammy and Ray as well. Thank you and family. You guys are very gracious, and I really
Wow,
appreciate it. Yeah. Again, the community has been great. I
wow.
got this from
Congratulations.
David, HO Power Trains. Got it in the mail today. So I have some nice paint markers. Thank you, David. I don't know if you're in the chat or not. My eyes are a little bit blurry today. Sorry about that, everybody. Just
Wow,
doing
that's
our
very nice,
best.
Plumber.
Got some emergency candles. You know,
Oh, that's cool.
um, everyone saw the. I think most everyone saw that. Almar sent me his awesome logo. And then just like you, Daryl, I won winner chicken dinner. Now I have to say my favorite is January. Look at that beauty.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah, that is nice.
Snow, Amtrak, it's everything I love. It's so sweet. And then I found my box from Timonium last year, and I got one of those Human City Junction stickers. And I found my Rick Bailey cup. Look at that. Woo! It was all in a box.
Yeah, that Rick Bailey mug is pretty cool.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Drink some coffee out
you know,
of it
that's a
tomorrow.
family production thing, you know.
Those are very, very nice gifts. And Mom and Train's Sons Rail fans, I'm telling you guys rock.
Best people on earth. I'm gonna tell you what. Biggest hearts I've ever seen. You know, and it's needed. All the driving back and forth I've been doing. It's an hour to go get treatments. So
Yeah.
way. I do take the express lanes. It's like $25 extra a trip, but it's well worth it to not sit in traffic. I tell you what.
So you don't have a big hospital in your town that you live in?
Not a good one.
No.
The year was
Hey, Dave,
1978
Crooked River
time,
Eastern. How you doing, buddy?
and my mom goes to the local hospital here in Prince William County. I'm coming out 2 months early. Got to ship me an hour away to Fairfax Hospital, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
I mean, I don't remember it, you know.
Yeah, of course
not. That would be weird.
Yeah.
Not saying there aren't people out there that doesn't.
Yeah, that's just some awesome gifts. Thomas, what are you working on?
What am I working on right now? Just talking to you guys.
Nice.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
And thank you, everybody. I think I'm reading that correctly.
Yeah.
Yep, same to you, Tammy.
Mom and Sons Train Rail fans says, glad it helps. You
phenomenal.
And then Mr. Digger Evans.
I think my heart grew 3 sizes that day. It's true.
And then
thank you, Digger. Thank you.
So B&B Railroad, let me see. Hey, Plumber, can I see what your layout looks like?
So B&B, the best one is the video. It's a short video on my channel. I think it's the first video I ever posted. But what is behind me is the show module I've been working on. I'm trying to get things hashed out here.
Let me make you solo.
All right. Trying to build a green field back here, but my piece likes to bend. And it's brutal putting all those little tufts in. But when I don't feel well, it's something I can do. Just sit here and focus. Got the tree house mostly done. I've got a bunch of stuff on the house itself.
So did you straighten out the tree?
Yeah, I mean the camera's not straight, but if you look, the deck is straight. It's straight compared to the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. Now you can see.
Awesome, dude. I'm going to say hello to Chessie Systems, Canadian Operations. Hello and welcome to Cab Crew Wednesdays. We're glad you're here.
And then a while ago, I ordered something that finally came in. So I got the tortoise machine for this turnout that will service the grain loading facility there. You know.
Okay, see now see that looks fantastic. Now in the background you've got white roofs. Now on those buildings. Now they're a little dirtied up. See, and that's what I need to do.
You mean like that?
Roofs. I need to dirty them up a little bit more because that looks really good.
Thank you.
Hi, Ian.
Working on a classic car in there. Whoops. I
Ian,
dropped
I don't know if you were listening, but Plumber and I both said thank you very much for the awesome calendars that we won from your show. And we both showed them off. And thank you again, Ian, from Lehigh River Subdivision. If you haven't clicked on to Lehigh, please do. As a matter of fact, you know, I make everybody moderators that are in the chat. If I see you and I didn't make you a moderator, please raise your hand. And that way you all can click onto each other's channel and give each other some love. Okay. That's what this community is all about, being supportive.
That's right.
Derek, thank you everyone for the prayers and thoughts. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. And Derek, that is a long ass ladder. Thank you. It's actually, hold on, it's this ladder and that ladder right there glued together. I just printed out some extras.
Oh, that's cool.
And that makes the ladder to enter.
Yep.
Oh.
So, what are you going to control the tortoise switches for?
I don't know. I don't know how to install it. I don't know anything about it.
Oh, I got some ideas for you.
I like the sound of it. I do have some momentary switches. What's going on?
You must have turned off your camera. There you go.
Excuse me.
Hey, welcome, the Kansas and Colorado Storm Chaser Rail fan. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Shoots and ladders, Ian. Thank you, Tammy. I love it as well. Thank you, Mike. B&B, appreciate it.
Well, hello, Manny Fernandez. Wow, you didn't have to do that. Thank you so very much for your $3 super sticker. That is really awesome of you. Thank you so very much, Manny, and thank you for being here. And I hope you stick around for the whole show. Much appreciated.
Yeah, Ian, that calendar.
Sorry, Manny, awesome. I don't have the horn blow like Jason the Train Freak does, but it's just much appreciated.
I'm a fan of January, and that is one BA shot. You know what I'm saying, brother?
And John Prescott, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here.
I don't do ladders anymore either, John. But this is a fantasy, remember, you know. I used to could.
So I got a question for the chat. So,
yeah, right.
So I just put out two rail fanning videos, and like I said, I've been so busy, I just even hadn't had time. It'd been like 6-7 weeks since I posted a video. And I really need to post more on my layout, but I posted two videos, and the videos that I got a lot of love from. But you know, I think more than anybody, I think more than anything, I get more comments on the, well, hello, Jason. Wow, look at you, Jason.
He must have been lurking.
What's up, Jason?
Thank you very much for your $5 super chat. Says, hey guys, I can't stay, but just wanted to pop in and say hi. You need a horn blower, brother. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, I do, but no one's gonna match yours, brother. You've got the awesome train blower. That's for sure. So you know, and unfortunately, I haven't got sophisticated enough where I can share screen. You know, so Mike from Pudham Junction, welcome. Thank you for being here. So most of what I get is the questions about how the locomotives are tagged. And I would say about probably it's almost like a 50-50. So, you know, for me, when I see trains tagged, you know, I do say, you know, that's really sad. But also at the same time, I see some pretty cool art. Now, I don't know who agrees with me and who doesn't, but I almost feel like if I see a train naked, it doesn't look the same. Which, like on my layout, most of my trains are naked. You know, they don't have a lot of graffiti on them. That's just because I haven't gotten to them yet. So, so my question is, I mean, who likes and who doesn't? Who thinks it's disgraceful? I mean, put your comments up.
I like a mix of both myself there, Daryl.
Yeah, go ahead.
I like some of them with graffiti and some of them nice and squeaky clean too, you know. I like them both. You got to have a mix. That's what makes it nice. You don't know what you're going to see.
Right.
Robert Sacco, good evening. Welcome.
John Prescott, he can't stand it. He does not like the graffiti.
So let me put up. I might have missed that one.
Ian, who doesn't like some bear skin?
Right. Yeah.
Candy and Ray says, I like them both.
So Lehigh River subdivision, who doesn't love some bear skin? Exactly. And then
So-
John Prescott says, I can't stand it. And then Mom and Son's Rail fan, I like them both. And Inked Rail says, I can never bring myself to tag or weather my rolling stock or locomotives. You know, I kind of got to agree with that.
For the most part, yeah, I feel that way, but I have been experimenting, and some are going to get done.
Yeah. And then Crooked River Dave says, I love graffiti. That's done as art, not so much tagging.
So when someone's like, hey, I need the side of my building painted, and they bring the tag artists in to do it, you know.
They call it a mural.
There you go. Thank you. Use a little.
And then John Benicki says, I modeled the 60s. Don't like graffiti. Yeah, I don't know. Was there a lot of graffiti back then?
No.
I didn't think so.
It was in the trains that ran around where I live and everything. I never saw graffiti on
it. Was only on protest signs. It was the circle with the line through it. You know, it was on everything.
And then Carolina Foothills Railroad says, I model what I see. There you go. And then Trackside Mike says, I never see that here, so it's pretty cool to see tagged locomotives.
Well, and that's why it's the cheap ones.
And then Derek Alexander says, not a fan, but appreciates some of the talent out there. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, there you go, Derek. Now that's well said, brother.
And then Kyle Stevens says, I modeled the 80s for a reason. Not a huge fan of it. Totally get that. And then Doug over at Forever DC says, I like graffiti on rolling stock, but locomotive power turns me off. Yeah, and that's where I film. Some of those locals are pretty heavily tagged. And then Robert Saka says, I love bear skin is the best. Laugh out. Yeah. And then I like naked trains and a few other things. Of course. Who doesn't?
Oh, man. Hilarious.
And then let me see here. John says, it's a fact of life. And let me see here. B&B Railroad says, I really don't care for the graffiti only because the trains cost so much, but to each his own. Yeah, and I could agree with you there. And then we have Trackside Mike again says, roll stock, yes. Locomotives, not sure about. And then even Ian over at Lehigh says, I do graffiti, weather some, but only cars with low resale value.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
I'm on that page.
Yeah.
The ones I do, yeah, they won't sell.
Let's see. Mystic Railroad, how you doing, buddy? Since I'm doing late transition era, I don't have to worry about graffiti much, and I'm cool with that. Awesome.
There you go, Mystic.
If they weren't so expensive, I might try, but to me, not worth it. Laugh out loud. And let's see. John Benicki says graffiti are like tattoos. And I got quite a few tattoos on my body, so I definitely can appreciate some good tagging. Now,
graffiti can't be like tattoos. Tattoos are almost permanent, right? The graffiti you can paint over.
Well, yeah.
I got a shirt that says,
right?
I got a shirt that says scars are like tattoos, but with better stories.
Yeah.
But in my sports, I fell a lot, you know.
Well, very good.
That is outstanding.
So Mom says I do want you guys to know that I found out Ray
That's cool.
Burleson lives 35 minutes away from us. He came down and looked at our layout and is going to help with wiring. Bless, and my Ray calls him Mr. Ray.
He's Mr. Ray from this day forward there, Ray. We got Ray and we got Mr. Ray. It's Mr. Ray's neighborhood.
Hey, Luna Games World and Lionel Rail Yard. Welcome and good evening.
Nice.
Have somebody close by.
Yeah, and that's let me see, Ian. Yeah, nothing is guaranteed in life. If I had to resell, I'd hate to lose the value. Yeah, but okay. So this is what I notice when I'm kind of behind. Oh yeah, I'm way behind in chat. Not that bad. Okay, I kind of find that when I go up online and buy stuff, the stuff that's either the stuff that's got different paint schemes on it, or like the numbers have been changed, those sell out pretty fast. I do believe, like the N scale community, it's like the N scale community. They got some really cool cars that are actually tagged, graffitied, and you buy them as a set like that. They're already done like that, and those sell out pretty fast. So there is something to say about that.
It all depends on what you want.
Yeah. Hey, DS Media. So let me change camera settings, and let me give you a oh no, it's not that one.
Joe Raider, what's up? Dez, what's up?
Okay, so let me bring that one big. Okay, so like for this consist right here. Okay, so I race fan, how you doing? Glad you can be here. So for like the consist that's going to be coming up. Oh wow, what local am I on? 26 enter. So I had some cars. I had some cars done for me, and they were done a while back ago, and I finally got a chance to pick them up. And they're very distinctive. And of course, everybody loves Wonder Bread. Who doesn't like Wonder Bread?
Delicious. Get out of here.
Yeah.
So okay, like this consist right here. I'm going to slow her down. So these 89-foot right here, those were, I bought those ASAP, and I believe you can still get them, but because they're kind of painted differently, they sold out pretty fast.
Peace out, B&B Railroad.
And like this one that's coming up, the same with this one.
Ron Mellon, what's up?
It really gives character. So those are tangent. Yes, those are tangent. And let me roll a little bit farther down, and I decided to put my Seidners on the flat cars like that, Scheidners, which actually they fit pretty good on there. Something completely different.
Yeah, I can 3D print those kind of cars.
So like the consist that's coming up, same with this one, the rail box cars. I mean, those sold out really fast. They don't have any graffiti on them, but just because they have a little different painting on them, they sold out real fast. Hey, Joe Raider. So now these consists, these cars that are coming up were graffitied by a local guy, and he did a phenomenal job on them.
Yeah, they look good.
This is exactly what I see in my area. I see this all day long, and it's done like that on both sides. And I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I actually kind of like it. So that's why I put the question out there. I mean, because everybody has different preferences. And
I like the mix. You've got a bunch without, and then you've got some with. I think it looks good. That's That's mine right there. That's my
Yeah.
flavor.
So, and here's yeah, I don't think you guys are all going to believe this, but these Southerns, they're coming up, the gondolas.
Okay.
Um, thank you, Trackside Mike. Okay, these two gondolas that are coming up, no lie. I went to a train shop. The guy had just put them out 5 minutes, and I picked them up. Okay, for these two right here, $15.
That's really good. Did
Nice.
they come with the loads?
They came with a load too as well.
Wow, that's a steal.
$15 for those Southern gondolas.
You know, that's right, Chris, Mr. Aficionado. He said
You
nice
know.
graffiti on those cars, Daryl.
Thank you very, very much. Yeah, so I just thought, I'd bring that up and, and see what everybody, and, here it is again. It's about 50-50. So Derek says, Derail Daryl, what colors did you use for the rocks just above the bridge? Okay, before I get to that, though, Derek, I want to let everybody know
Straight
that
up Carolina foothills.
Yeah, Dave from Crooked River Eastern suggested, Daryl, you need to put a camera in the location close up to the rock work because it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you need to throw it in the cut. So I threw it. I finally got the camera up there. And again, thank you, Dave. I really appreciate that. Now, what you're seeing here in the colors there's all kinds of different colors. So this is all done with plaster of Paris. And when I shot this, I shot it first with a Krylon beige. Everything. Just soaked it up in there. That's when I started applying raw umber, your grays, all kinds of shades of black. You'll see some gray. Now, also kind of in the middle on the first Southern, on that wall right there, you'll see some white spots. That is indicative to the rainfall and how water falls. So actually what I did before I actually colored the whiteness in there to simulate water that's been running over it, because when water dries up and it's calcified, that's what it looks like when it's dried up. I actually took water and ran it to see where the water would run. And lo and behold, it showed me where I need to put the water runoff for the calcification of the water. So that's kind of what you're seeing, the whiteness in there. And you also will see some darkness on the outside of that as well. So, of course, I started off light. And that is right, Chris. Washes. Absolutely. Yeah, they're more like washes there than more than paint. But for the official color,
Edward,
I started off with a Krylon beige color to get a base, and then I worked off of it from there. So let's get this consistor rolling.
Rolling. Get those gondolas rolling.
So I don't really have any bridges on my layout, so I knew I had to put some place for bridges. So there's 2 bridges. Now, I haven't weathered those up. I am going to eventually weather those up to a point, and they'll come out looking pretty fantastic.
I like those fridge cars there, man. Those are awesome.
Yeah. And then the car that's coming up, David from HO Powertrains. Now, Tammy and Ray did one for me, but I got to change the couplers out before I can run them. So this is a car that David from HO Powertrains did for me way, way, way in the beginning. And again, I thank you, David, he did a Derail Daryl car. And then, of course, Crooked River Dave's car is coming up. And Dave just did a phenomenal job on this hopper.
Yeah, that's a sweet hopper.
Yeah. His hopper actually has a Fred on the back of it. So his will always be on the rear end. Sorry, Dave. But Dave's got a beautiful car there.
Hey, someone's got to bring it down the rear. Look, he got the end of train device too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Fred. So let me bring myself. So let's just watch this real quick, because she's gonna come around the mountainside,
When she
and
comes,
you'll see her coming out of the tunnel, which is kind of really neat because I wanted to make sure that I got the cut, the underneath of it, So here you see the train coming through the tunnel. It
nice.
really, it really is a cool shot. It really is, and
Hey,
I
John
did a lot of
Prescott says you knocked it out of the park, Daryl. And Crooked Dave says he's used to being an ass.
Thank you, Dave. That really is sweet looking right there. And
Crack
I
me
would
up.
rail fan with my big fat head just to get that shot. Why I never thought of putting a camera that close? Well, that's the other problem. Some of the cameras that I'm using don't catch it as well. It skips and it makes the screen bigger or smaller. So this camera that I bought actually today is actually working pretty well. It's focusing in pretty well. And so this camera is only 30 FPS. My other cameras are 60 FPS. Um, so that's the difference. Now it'll come in and out due to the lighting. But again, I thank you, Dave, for
Randall.
suggesting this. See, now there's another car right here, right there. There was another car that I purchased out of stock like the next day. So, it's one of those things. And here's another car that was store bought. I didn't do anything to that car. So, but anyway,
Peace out forever, DC.
thank you, Doug, for coming in. I much appreciate it. And let's go to settings.
Cool. I think Derek just wrote a book.
So let's see here. Derek Alexander, Derail Daryl, a song for your admission in the beginning of the video to the tune of Rawhide. Stranded on the toilet. what do you do when you're stranded and you need another Yeah, Derek, I'm sorry. You really don't want to know. Because I am not a fan of, how do I say this? I'm trying to think of the right word. I'm more of a commando kind of guy. No BVDs for this guy. So there you go. So Inkrail's Derail Daryl, when building your layout, what did you find was the most difficult part? That's an actually really good question. Gosh, I guess I would say I said it in one stream. I guess I can say is I did this all pretty much myself. And there's a lot of times that I really needed help, like these 8 foot, like these 8 foot long, they're like 7 inches long valences. That was really difficult. But as far as super difficult, trying to understand what it is that I wanted in my head, because I didn't put it down on paper because I'm a left-hander. And because I'm a left-hander, I didn't put anything on paper. It just flowed freely. But still, I guess trying to do the track plan without screwing it up. I guess it would be track planning, I guess. Because I wanted a little bit of everything. I wanted to be able to switch. I wanted to be able to run a double main line. So actually, it's a little bit of everything, really. But it's all in good fun and love. I mean, I enjoy every minute. And like I said, the last week or so, I've actually been working on my layout, and I've really enjoyed working on it.
What's up, Bubs?
So, Bub031, what's up, buddy? So let me do this.
Full train, Kyle.
We're almost at an hour. Usually in about an hour, I usually, hey, Edward, how you doing? Now, Edward, I want to make sure that we're clear because I haven't answered your email, but I want everybody to know that
Dwight,
Thomas, is it
you're
March?
hilarious.
Is it March? We've got five Thursdays. I mean, 5 Wednesdays.
Yes.
Okay. Um, Edward from Happy Valley Hobbies raised his hand to do a cab crew fifth Wednesday for cab crew. So he is going to be doing cab crew in the fifth end week of March.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want everybody to know that if you're still up to doing that. Like I said, I haven't got back to your email because I just haven't. But I wanted everybody to know that you're going to be doing the cab crew if you're still interested. So, hey, George, FL Railroad Dog, how you doing,
What's
buddy?
up, George?
I'm sorry. What was that one, Ray? Ray says, derail Daryl. Us left-handed peeps are at least in our right mind. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, my friend.
Over
I stick with that one for sure.
3,000 construction accidents a year from a left-handed guy using a right-handed tool on a job site.
Is that true?
That's true.
Is it really?
Yeah, that was an OSHA statistic at our toolbox talk.
Wow.
So they say if you're left-handed, don't do it. If it's a right-handed tool, get the correct tool.
Well, I always cut with right-handed scissors. Well, now, okay, I'm not left-handed in everything.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of things. I think basically I write left-handed.
Mm-hmm.
But I can do, everything kind of what they call it, ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous, yeah. My son's a bit that way. He writes with his left hand, but he does other things with his right.
I can do anything with both hands.
Well, aren't you just special?
Mm-hmm.
So let me. Okay, so why is that not coming up?
I don't know. Randall said he got a coal train in the yard. 3 coal trains in the yard. Tammy and Ray, peace out. Thank you so much. I hope you and your family have a wonderful evening, and thank you so very much.
No, I want to take that out. Why is that not coming up? Okay, it's been a long time since I've done this.
Interesting, Digger. Interesting.
Hey, JD, welcome.
Ned Flanders and Montgomery Burns are left-handed.
Oh, go ahead, guys. Put them out there.
I never heard that, but that's hilarious. I'm sorry. Well, I mean, with Mr. Burns, that's good. You want to be on that level. Grandpa Rails, what's up? Yeah, Luna, that's good, right?
Okay, you guys aren't going to believe this, but it's been so long since I've done this, I actually forgot.
What are you trying to do, brother?
Put the link up.
Oh, yeah, there should be the little window. It says link right there. And then you copy it and then paste it over in the bar on the chat.
Don't you go to settings?
Oh, is that what it is?
No, it's not in settings.
No, it's not in. No, it's not.
It should be right there on your screen. Trackside Mike said for all the left-handed people.
Whoa. Trackside Mike, thank you very much for all the left-handed people out there. Thank you, Mike. That's really appreciated, Mike. I really, really appreciate that. $6.99. Thank you so very much. All right.
It's the URL that you sent us, right? That's what you want?
Let me see here. Let me go back. Okay, here we go. I just remembered it.
Won't, there it is. Won't, there it is.
Okay, so I just put a link. Dave. I just put a link for anybody who wants to come up on the show this evening and, chat with the rest of the crew. Crooked River Dave. Left-handed people ain't right. Left out. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of times I'm not right, Dave. That is for sure.
I wanted to read that.
Derek Alexander. Do left-handed people that meet each other have a secret? Hey, we've got Robert up here. Hey, Robert.
Robert.
Hey guys.
How you doing? It's been a while, brother.
Yeah, it's been a very long time. Yes, sir, gentlemen.
Okay, hold on. I got Dwight Curley. Look at Dwight Curley go. Look at everybody. Dwight Curley, here is your ding ding. Dwight, thank you so very much, brother. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that, really, brother. And that means a lot to me. It really, really does. I appreciate your friendship and your kindness.
That's hilarious, Mystic.
So everybody's saying hello to you, Robert. Robert, what have you been up to, my friend?
Actually, a lot of things between work and family.
Yeah,
been still shorthanded at work. It's just when I come home, I fall asleep. So I haven't done really much of anything these past month and a half.
Yeah, no, I know exactly how you feel.
Then last week, my father-in-law passed away unexpectedly. So there's been a battle there too.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
that,
that.
So, well, I appreciate it. Yeah, so it was just between all that, I need to get back to my hobby because that's how I relax.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ohio Steam, what's up?
Ohio Steam and Steel. Dirk, how you doing? So you got anything you working on? You want to share?
I am working on
diligently.
I got 2 projects I'm working on actually. I'm almost done with
So let me put you up full screen there, Robert.
Sure.
There you go, brother.
So I'm finishing up my BQ project. Let me come over. There we go.
Nice.
The B with the blackout windows. That should be done hopefully by next week. And I'm working on CSX X Western Maryland GB40.
Oh wow,
cool.
Look at that.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Now, are you doing paint work, install?
The paint work I did in the BQ, I got lucky with this one because no one really makes a Western Maryland circuit scheme except for Bachman. And this was an Atlas unit someone had got. I just picked up off of eBay a couple weeks ago. Someone had it up there for sale, and I was able to pick up a really good price. So that saved me a lot of time in painting.
Edward.
Hey, Edward. Awesome. So now, are you doing any kind of motor work? I mean, I'm like you doing DC installs.
Yeah, we'll go in tomorrow. The BQ. My BQ installed the decoder in last week. Got that going. Finished working on this on the frames, and I'll mill the weights down, and hopefully have the coder in this thing by tomorrow.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, so that's what's keeping me occupied right now.
Yeah, and I hear I'm going to make us all equal. Now I actually hear what you're saying when it comes to relaxing. And like I said, since I kind of started YouTube, I really have kind of neglected working on my layout. And I actually, in the last few weeks, actually had some time. I actually made time to work on my layout. It was very soothing, very comforting. And I actually absolutely enjoyed doing it. So my plan for this year for me is to spend a little bit more time, working on my layout.
As you should. And Manny Fernandez asked, "Is my son like trains?" Yes, really quick, Manny. He does.
Yeah. So that turntable, that's 130 foot. My wife bought me that a couple years back, and she was kind of excited because she goes, is that what I bought you a while back ago? Hello, Manny. How you doing, brother? Um, and she was actually excited to see it go in. But then she says, "Are you going to just leave it? You going to leave it there? I mean, there's nothing to it." So my wife has actually been taking pictures of it as it's going along because she's actually enjoying seeing that $300 investment get used. So she's kind of excited. I mean, that's a lot of money, but I think it was like almost $300. You
Oh, I
know,
believe it.
yeah. So
My father actually picked up, which I'm quite surprised he did. My dad models trains too. He does the ATSF steam diesel transition, and if I remember correctly, it's the Amos and Annie dual bug set and the brass models. He finally got that last week. That is a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Keep teasing my dad. Keep buying all the stuff you want because my train collection keeps growing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think Oliver, all of us are doing. Hey, Mr. Thera Bandit.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Randall?
Oh, making it pretty good. Looks like I'm gonna have a long night tonight.
Okay.
They called me for a third Olin trip. Now they're wanting me to hang around the yard because they had a derailment between King Siding and M Bowden. So
Right.
they're just now getting where they're following trains back through again. So
Wow.
There you
So-
go, Randall.
Yeah.
it's getting wild. I mean, I just told Kyle a little bit ago. I've already seen 6 trains tonight, and I've only been here since 4.
Wow.
And that's just the 4 I've seen. There's more than that sitting out there because I can hear them on the radio. So
That's cool, Randall.
Well, it's better to
I
be.
think there's one sitting here in the yard right now. I'll show you. So
John Prescott asked, so what's up with the big derail in Ohio?
Oh, that's a mess.
Oh yeah, we can.
Sounds like we got a resident expert, Robert.
Let
Go
me
ahead.
see. Let me see. Let me make that one big. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
yeah, they're holding them for a little bit. I don't know if there's something coming north or not. So they're showing all red down there, so they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm- I can look towards that bridge
Hey, what's up?
towards the south, and I can see the signals down there, and they're showing red, so they're not going anywhere for a little bit.
On hold.
Hello, Heath.
Hey, Heath.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've probably seen me. I'm starting to grow some dirt from my chin.
I can't grow a solid beard, so I had to shave mine off.
It's quite a feat. Hey, look, this is how I see it. Congratulations to all the men and women who have a full head of hair. As far as I'm concerned, bald is beautiful because I ain't too far away from it. So
I started going bald in my early 20s. That's when I started giving crew cuts. I didn't care.
yeah, well, that's where I'm going to be at pretty soon. Is just getting a crew cut because I don't know what it is, but this last year I've been losing hair left and right, and I'm not too sure if it's YouTube or business going through the roof. I'm not too sure which one it is. So,
YouTube.
You're probably right. It probably is YouTube.
Or it could be because of the lack of working on the layout is the reason why you lost your hair.
That could be
Peace
too.
out, Digger.
And here it is again. I really enjoyed working on the layout. I mean, I got a lot done, and
Wig wag.
so let me make us all.
Yeah, go ahead and take me down, Daryl, because they're not moving for a little bit.
Okay. Good night, Digger. Good night, Digger Evans Railroad. Thank you for being here. So, yeah. So, I was kind of wondering which it is, but like I said, I still got hair up there, but my wife says no, just leave it alone. But no, actually, and I'm really starting to thin out there pretty good. I actually can almost just punk rock it. What the heck? But anyways, so. Oh, okay. Hold on. There's somebody else in here. I didn't see him.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, brother. I
Suzanne.
didn't see you. So let's bring up Bubs. How you
What up,
doing, brother?
Bubs?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, how long were you down there?
It's the Bubmeister.
Maybe about 45 seconds. That's it.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
okay,
not
good.
bad.
Because I didn't see you because you're at the bottom of my screen. I just happened to look and I go, hey, there's someone else in there. So everybody say hello to Bubs.
That's it, Railroad enthusiast.
What's up, dude?
Hey, well, we're
Hey,
getting
Bubs.
Hey, Bubs.
How's
Howdy.
it going there, eh?
Hey, look
That's
what we got.
right,
We got
Bubs.
Hey, there's Trex on Mike, too.
My partner, one of my
How many
partners.
can you get on here?
Let me tell you something.
I get one more up here. So if somebody else wants to come up, that's a full panel. That is, well, actually, I can have 10, but
Una más aquí, rapido.
Now the question is, will it be the Brady family or what was that game show that had 9 squares?
Hollywood.
Oh,
Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
the
it.
Hollywood Squares. Yeah, absolutely.
Way to go, Trackside Mike.
You got it.
Bubs, it's been a minute. What are you up to, Bubs?
Look at him,
I've
all
been doing a
GQ
little-
in that
I've been working
couch.
on the stats for our club last week, and I just finished that up.
Yeah.
So we had about at least 89 trains run this weekend on the club
Go ahead,
layout.
Oh,
okay.
nice.
Thank you,
Very
Railroad
I've
enthusiast.
still got to put some video together as well. I picked up some new locomotives there not too long ago. I got some more rolling stock on the way. And now I got another locomotive on the way because it's almost at the border. It's been busy. Everything's all coming at once.
What club do you belong to?
What?
What club do you belong to?
I can't hear you.
What club do you belong to?
Bubs?
What
Oh,
club do you belong to?
Ottawa Valley Ho Track.
Okay.
K Order S. Club.
HOTRAK at .ca.
Yes, Kyle. You came back
Trackside
to
Mike,
it
what are
now.
you
Yeah,
working on? What are you doing, brother?
Oh, he's working on his. Are you working
Here,
on his
let
water?
me let me bring you up, big, so we can all.
Aficionado Chris, come on. Don't.
So I'm trying to make
you're piping. Ooh.
Nice.
Kyle.
What
How
is
did you
that?
do that?
It's corrugated steel for like under the roadways.
Yeah.
Oh, and how are you making that?
You really want to know?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do.
we really want to know.
Dude, that's that straw from
Once-
7-Eleven.
once he was
That's
doing this. I didn't know how it was gonna work because I didn't really see it at first.
I was gonna.
Oh, you little cheat! You little cheat!
Oh, water loom. Nice.
Wrapping for the
And you know
car.
Yeah.
what? That's
I'm like, you know what? I
That's
got
that's a really
that's
good
the-
idea.
Oh, guys, here I go. Crew's getting in.
Mike.
Okay.
Brilliant.
I was gonna get a hold of you, plumber, and see if you could 3D print one, and then I thought, well, I got this stuff that I could probably use here.
Dude, I
So I
couldn't
just
print
cut
it
it
better
chopped
than
off,
that.
right?
Yeah,
But here's the
that's
other thing.
beautiful.
The
That
black
works.
one you can actually use as the black culverts too because they're black PVC as well.
Yeah. So I thought, well, that'll work.
Hey, Cerna Junior Lewis, welcome.
Switch the
Chris,
camera here.
that's what this is
Cerna.
all about. Chris says if I wasn't so shy, I would bring my mug up. You
Just
should
bring
at
that
least
mug
try.
up.
You should
Don't
bring
worry,
your
I'm
mug
looking
up.
too.
Just do it. Okay, do
I'm
it.
gonna put it over
Man,
here.
that water's looking good too.
Oh wow,
Me
look at
gusta
that.
de agua.
I'm gonna put the sewer over here. And that, sorry
Okay.
about that. That's the dog dropping her bone down the stairs, thinking it's fun to play catch.
Kyle.
And then when I have water coming out of it. Go lay down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's my plan. Drill a hole here.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Have
I
water
could
coming
tell
out.
you what my buddy did for me there. I finally got my three locomotives back from him, and they look astounding. Like, no,
Like you, Ray.
I'll be right back. I'll show
Okay,
you.
so yeah, no, go ahead.
Pretty neat the way.
Right?
I've seen people use bolts and aluminum foil to make the corrugated steel.
Yeah. I thought like
Oh, you mean the corrugated part of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you use like a bolt.
Oh, okay.
Depends on what scale you want. It depends on a half inch, 3/4 inch, quarter-inch bolt.
Oh,
That'd work
yeah,
too,
that's
wouldn't it?
right.
Yeah, you can use that. There's a lot of things you can use around you. That, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, my buddy just gave me back my unnumbered F59 PHs. They're XGO units,
Nice.
but he did something beyond the.
Here, hold on, Bubs.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. That way everybody can see what you're showing.
Yeah. So, Trains by Perry, if you guys know him on the chat, he did these up for me. And these are the finished products. So, a few Go units were actually purchased by a company called RBRX, and this is how he did them up.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
beautiful. I
He
like that.
actually
paint scheme.
even put the decals. Hang on, I'll turn the light down. He put the decals underneath the actual. If you could see them,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
so that is the actual locomotive. And apparently, these locomotives are still out west in California right now too, being used.
Interesting.
Oh, what are they doing out in California?
They were being used by Metrolink for a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Metrolink.
Oh.
So these are leaser units that were run by VIA. They went to Metrolink. They're still, I believe, owned by RBRX. They're right now also being used in Montreal. So he did three of them for me. He did 18520, 18521, and 18522. It's weird how these, like, I know there's those cabbage units that are 5 numbers, but actual locomotives that actually have 5 unit numbers in North America.
Huh.
I think they're the only ones that have them.
Interesting. So let me are you going to show us something else?
Well, there was that. I did get my SD60S, but I'm pretty sure everyone already has seen them.
What is show it?
You've never
Because
seen
this
the
is-
Aurora Miniatures model
Because
yet?
Bubs, this is an American show.
Okay, I'll be right back and get them.
Damn.
Randall's got a couple of them, or Randall's got one, I think.
Hey, I want to see. I want to see what you friends up north are doing.
Okay. I'm back. Give me a
Okay,
minute.
good. I'm excited
So this is the North American.
because I got Bubs up on Derail Daryl Cab Crew Wednesday show tonight. That's a pleasure.
Ooh, looky
Okay,
there.
so did they finally release those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, come on, Cobras have some.
January.
You got
wow, look at
the
that.
web scheme, eh?
Yeah, I got 5526 in stripes and 5537, which is CN North America, which was the only which was the only unit painting like that. The other one was the CN.ca, which was 5560.
Yeah, I got that one. 5560.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for showing and telling.
Oh, you're welcome. They had a break and run
55.
this weekend. They do though have to get something done to them to get it a little bit more smooth. If you guys do actually have looked up Aurora Miniatures, they actually do post it on their Facebook website, and that.
Very nice. Very nice.
There's only a few left too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So let's
Oh,
see here.
I have a suggestion for the model train aficionado. You know, he said he didn't want to show his mug on camera and all that. Well, the thing is, what you do is you use somebody else's mug.
I just got a can.
Yeah, there you go. It's
He
very
is a
good.
beaut.
Edward, how
Right,
you doing?
Mr. Chris.
Camouflage. They can't see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
You guys are making me thirsty.
Yeah.
Well, also to let you know, Daryl, I don't think you saw what I put in chat. The thing is, I am still interested in doing
Okay, let me.
the third Wednesday, the fifth Wednesday. However, there's a possible job opportunity that might have popped up.
Dun dun dun.
Yes, absolutely. I got the resume in. They haven't put an interview yet and all that, but that could wind up if things wind up changing between now and next month.
Yeah, no, just let us know, because if we get enough time out there, I mean, one of the other guys will take it over, or I will take it over, and we've got plenty of time to figure out March's 5th Wednesday. So again, I'm putting it out there. Anybody who wants to be up on Cab Crew, we got a pretty good taker right now. You're looking at him, and he's gonna be doing the 5th Cab Crew Wednesday in March. There are 4 of them in the year. So I'm looking for outsiders who want to come up and who want to possibly, do a live stream. You're not going to, and, it's a perfect opportunity for anybody in the community who may want to try it. And
Get your feet wet.
That's
I mean, I myself have my own channel, so I've been doing this for a while. So if anyone wants to see how well they would do for a live stream and all that, that'd be
that's right. Then the Cab Crew wants you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I have the pleasure of having everybody up here: Robert, Mike, you, Edward, and Bubs, and then the rest of the Cab Crew guys, Tom and Plumber. That's what this community is about. We want this to be about everybody, not just us. We want to have people come up, and if they've never done it before, we'd like to give them a platform to come up on and try it out and see if they like doing it or not, and see how they look on live stream instead of just going out on your own and just going live, because you'd be surprised. The first time I went live, it took quite a while for somebody to show up. And I think one of the people that showed up was Derek Alexander, and I think it was Steven the Plumber. I think Steven was one of my first ones. And it was kind of hair-raising. And then Mystic Railroad showed up, and before I knew it, I started having people show up, and it just took off from there. So it's not easy to live stream, folks. It really, really isn't. Any of these guys will tell you there's a lot into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also sometimes you can plan for everything, get everything working properly and all that, but until you actually hit that go live button, you don't know what problems are going to show up, because they only show up in a live. You can practice.
Oh yeah.
Eventually,
it's like running trains. You can run trains all day long with no audience. Not a problem. As soon as someone comes and looks at it, derail.
Right. Oh, yeah. No,
dirty track spot that hasn't bothered you at all for a week.
Now I want to talk?
Yeah.
That's why we call it Off the Tracks Mondays, because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, Kyle, blame it on the internet.
I'm gonna change my setting. I'm gonna change my settings because I got to fix something. I wasn't paying attention.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Someone had just sent derailed, and that's exactly what I got going on.
Oh.
I'm going to take off, guys, and get ready for work tomorrow. So I'll harass y'all later.
Peace out.
Hey, Robert. Take care.
Good night.
Be safe, guys. Have a train-tastic night.
Yep.
Of course.
Peace and locomotive grease.
Just don't get the grease on you.
Get them, Grandpa Rails. Get them.
Oh, yeah. Get them out. I'm only seeing 31, yeah. You got 31 in the chat? Or 33?
33.
Yeah. Get on them, Grandpa Rails.
Yeah, I would also say, if you want to start a channel, collaborations are usually a good thing and all that, and this is a good collaboration to at least see how many people you can do and all that. When I first was doing live streams, I was basically talking to Floyd. But blame Heath for that one. He was the one who kept on saying that, hey, start a YouTube channel. So I started one, and then mainly because I was unemployed and it was something to do, and then I did something silly and
Yeah,
got
that's-
employed.
Agreed, Ray. Agreed. Tons of great people here. Les, what's up?
Yeah,
And
you
know
just
that's
gotta
right.
do
Edward.
You got to kind of do it, and then you get kind of used to doing it. Right, the first
Yeah.
one or two, you're like, oh boy. But it's nice having somebody in the chat or like somebody up with you. They could see your chat right while you're doing something.
Yeah,
Kyle, no excuses, man. No excuses.
He's blaming it on the internet. Yeah, come
I
on, Kyle.
know, and the hot
Jump
phone. Oh, it's
Jump on there, Kyle.
it's the battery. He don't want it to catch on fire. You know.
Oh yeah, my phone gets hot
Oh,
sometimes.
no, you do not.
yeah. I would
Okay,
say
I'm back for a sec now.
What's up, Randall?
Hey guys, I had to bring a crew up here to the crossovers. They're getting on a loaded coal train, and I got to take one of them back to the rear so they can arm the DPs.
Nice.
So
Possum
Cool.
Bayou, what's up? I'll be right back.
How
Hey,
heavy
Bob.
is this drag? Hey, Randall, how heavy is the drag?
how heavy is this train?
Yeah.
Generally, well, the axle count on these trains are 570, most of them. So generally, there's 5 engines on there, so that's 30 axles less. So you're probably looking at about 135, 140 cars.
Nice.
That's one coal drag.
Now, some of them they get all the way up to 600 axles, and those are the new Madrid trains they call them, and they're just a little bit longer. So
The biggest train I caught last time was just back on Christmas holidays, 836 axles.
the longest train they run here, they double these empties up sometimes, and you're looking at anywhere between 11 and 1,200 axles total,
Wow.
15,000 feet long.
And I thought the trains here in Canada were pretty long. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think this was the only one. I think this was one of only 2 that I usually catch. It's the 700 series. It's usually between 700 and 900 axles. My buddy caught it one time over 1,000 axles. And
The
it's nothing
longest
but
one I've
fertilizer from
heard-
Saskatchewan. It's potash.
Yeah, the longest one I've heard run on this line
Good night, Sam.
and is 21,000 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was a pretty reliable source I heard that from, because that was one of the engineers that works here, and he told me he's seen he had seen the train himself. So it was 3 empties linked together as one, and a total of 21,000 feet, and so roughly, and some change.
Too big for any siding.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you think about it, the head end that sits at 2 Mile Crossing, and then the rear end sitting at Mammoth Spring at the depot, that's getting pretty long.
yeah. I guess that a lot of people, a lot of the media is saying that the trains are getting longer and longer and longer and longer because they want to
Yeah.
get as much cars per train and all that, which that's why sometimes I'm glad I'm actually modeling 1876. 10 cars is considered a long train.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that they're just getting so long; they're getting underpowered. They don't let them run enough motors to haul the train speed. And I don't know if you heard that, but the Lee motor just fired up. So,
Oh, I can hear it.
Grandpa Rails put up there 4.5 miles. It's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to really vision, but 4.5 miles, that's a long consist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's very, very, very long.
That sounds almost like my commute.
Yeah.
How about the last couple of videos I've seen where guys are rail fanning? I think you did one, Daryl, and somebody ran the Wigwag.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
The one that I get is unguarded,
Yeah.
and they see the train. It's already entering the street, and they keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they
Oh,
just keep on going. Yeah,
CP368 had one there the other day too. I was like, that's crazy.
yeah. And one of
Trucking.
these days, now
They
the
got their
other
chips cashed in.
just to tell you guys, the other day I decided to try something different. So I'm on the street where I normally rail fan, and it was actually Monday. It was really an actually good rail fanning day for where I rail fan from. So I decided to get out of my truck, cross the street, and put my camera on the railroad post. Okay, I'm on the street, but the railroad post is actually on the railroad property. Okay, and people are flying by at 80 miles an hour. I mean, they're just flying by. They didn't even care that I was crossing the street. The minute I did that, dude, no lie, a UP guy, a truck came up, and he was moving pretty fast, and he hit the brakes. And I looked, and I saw the stripes, and I just kind of immediately started taking the camera off the post, and then I walked back over to my truck. Immediately, yeah, he immediately started. He kept going, and then I didn't see him. So when that consist went by, the guys that are backing up about that 1.5 to 2 miles, I think it was. I'm not too sure who it was. I think it was Boxcar Train that told me they don't like you filming them because he said, were they standing on the back of a center beam? And I said, yeah. He goes, they're not supposed to be on the back of a center beam.
Oh.
So, and these guys are flying at 35, 40 miles an hour for about 1.5 miles. And he says, yeah. He says, they're not supposed to be flying that fast, and they're not supposed to be on a center beam. And I'm like, why? Because they don't have the grab rails like the other ones do. So that's why you got the stairs that you did. So it didn't matter. You know, I mean, as long as I'm on the street, you know, I'm okay. And I know the engineer, when he crosses the street, if I happen to be there, he gives me a wave. But, you know, they know what I'm doing. But I don't think I'm going to be putting any camera stuff on on a railroad crossing or something, because they obviously don't like that.
Yeah.
Because that would be considered their property, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be?
Once you pass the white stop lines, it's their property.
Is that what that is?
I believe so. I believe it's 15 feet from the rail. That's their property. So 15 feet from each line is their property. Or once you pass that gate, the post.
Yeah, we as van drivers, we can't get any closer than 6 feet because if we're any closer than 6 feet from the rails, we're considered fouling the tracks. And that's mainly because of some of these trains carrying high wide loads on them. They don't want them possibly clipping the vans as they go by.
Yeah. James, Dundas Model Railroad. Good evening,
And I got
my friend.
James' vest when he goes rail fanning because he gets right close.
Oh, does he? Well, okay.
Yeah,
Cover, it was pretty funny.
Where the street is, there's a curb, okay? Right at the curb, it's red. And right at that red curve is gravel. And then I would say not even 3 feet from that curb is the actual rail. Maybe 4 feet. So there's not a lot of room there. So I decided, okay, I'll get a shot, you know, close up so I'm not getting cars in my camera. Well, that was a mistake because obviously they didn't like that. So, I mean, I didn't get in trouble or busted, but they did see me, and I don't know. I mean, I guess as long as I took the camera down and walked across the street, that guy was okay with it. But I was really kind of stunned by the looks that I was getting because he actually turned around on the center beam and kept staring and kept staring. And I believe it was Jerry that told me the reason why you're getting the stares because they know they're not supposed to be on that center beam.
And if you put the video out there, and if they
Right.
get caught,
And they get
trouble.
caught. Exactly. So this is what George says. George from FL Railroading says, let me put his comment up. FEC property is 50 feet on each side. Crossings are FEC property also. So 50 feet on each side. That's kind of interesting because, like I said, where I'm rail fanning is, it's probably not, the tracks aren't even 4 or 5 feet away from the street curb.
And Inkton Real said he's seen cameras at the crossings.
Um,
I haven't seen that, but I've seen cameras
No, I haven't seen that either.
at station.
And I've seen tracks run parallel to a road, and there's no way there's 50 feet to the track from the road. So,
Right.
does that tell us
yeah.
that the railroad owns the road?
Well, that's by
yes.
what George is saying, that would be railroad property. But I see city people cleaning up the homeless garbage. I don't see the railroad department cleaning up the homeless garbage. So that's kind of interesting. So look, I know I've been rolled up on by Pomona PD. They rolled right up in front of me. They were actually talking to some of the homeless, and then he came up to me and says, "Hey, are you taking a break?" And I said, "Yes." But I said, "I'm also taking a break filming trains." He says, "I don't care about that." And he says, "I just want to know if you're doing things that you're not supposed to be with the homeless here." And I go, "No, no." I showed him, "Here's the camera. My doors are locked." He says, "Probably not a good place to be stopping in this area, if you know what I mean." So that's what he said. Gee, he's not a good place to be stopping. So
Did he ask you if you felt safe?
no, he just said, I showed him my camera. He goes, "I don't care about that." He says, "This isn't a really good place to be parked." And all along there, there's no signs that say you can't park there. So I know I'm good. Now, the last video that I put out, the one with where it's underneath the bridge,
Yeah.
okay, that is no parking. Where I'm parked underneath the bridge, all around, there's signs everywhere, no parking. Where am I? Parking in the no parking sign. And cops go up and down. They don't even look twice that I'm there. Don't even look twice. So I guess it just really depends upon the person.
They know it's you and just keep going.
Yeah, it could be.
It also depends, though, because the normal cops may not do something, but the railway cops will do something.
Right. Yeah. But see, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything I'm not supposed to be doing. I'm not, I'm not really, I don't know. I have no idea, but I know I won't be doing that again because, I'm just a normal guy. I don't want to be.
No, I know.
On.
And rail fanning is a big hobby these days. And
Bernard C, what's up?
Hey, Bernard C.
And even I talked to guys at the station in Smith Falls. They're like, "Yeah, we know it's a hobby. We know you guys are getting some good shots. Just as long as you're doing it safe, it's all right."
And that's all they care about is you're doing it safe.
As long as you're not going into the yard or anything like that, or on the rails, you're staying well back away. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm not the guy that sees a consist sitting there, and I see the guys out on the railway, and I'm not waving at them across the street. "Hey, can I ask you?" I'm not that guy. I'm not going to go over there and step on their property and start asking them questions and stuff. I'm not that guy. I'm just taking pictures from the street. That's it. So Ian says the reading in Northern is pretty friendly to rail fans, which is nice, as long as no idiots ruin it. It gets crazy for the scheme. Oh, absolutely. And I think you just said it. As long as they don't ruin it for everybody else, that's the problem.
Well, I did have there were some positives, though, with a whole bunch of people showing up, because we actually had a yard crew one day. I was down in Smith Falls, and it's just a yard crew doing it. And they're like, "Yeah, nothing else coming, and everyone's all here just watching us doing our thing, and this is boring." There's like 5 or 6 of us in cars with cameras out, watching just the switcher doing its job in there, and they were just about to go on lunch. And all I hear on the scanner, "Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but everyone's all just watching this, enjoying the show." And yeah, that's what they were saying on the scanner.
There
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah, so Ray Bertelson says in Oklahoma, California, which I watch a lot of the homelessness stuff that goes on up there. Camp right next to the track for miles, and many have been hit
Ooh.
when the trains go through there. They blow the horns for 5 miles plus.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is kind of almost the same thing, but not, you know, okay. I'm having a problem with this consist releasing.
Uh-oh.
Well, yeah, the weather changes and things just don't run as they're supposed to. It's kind of funny.
Thermodynamics.
This is the first time I've actually had a consist keep letting go. And it's this oil tanker right here. Huh.
Of course, I would have to be curious about how many accidents happen with that food market in Thailand, where the train.
Oh, I know where you're talking about, Edward. That was cool. They pull their things back when the train comes through.
Pull it all back and all that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, especially when you're seeing low shots and all that, and the parts of the train are hanging off and just and they got it set that it doesn't actually hit the food. I mean, it's like that much clearance, but nothing gets hit and all that. But at the same time, since it's also a tourist attraction, how many people don't realize that, hey, that, even though they're slowing down, because apparently it's at the end of a terminal, so they're slowing down when they go through. But it's one of those things of, how many accidents do they have?
187 HO scale. What's up?
Oh, nice.
I could show you guys where I'm at if it'll show up, but right quick.
Randall, did you change your name?
If my phone cooperate with me. Sort of.
Here we go. I think that's it right there.
Oh,
Yep,
it's
that's
breaking
where
in
it is.
there.
Yep,
It's hard to see.
that'd
That's
be it, huh?
3378 right there.
Hey, 187 Steel Mill, welcome. Yeah, so what I did is I've got the oil tankers. They got I don't know what they call them. The oil tankers got these couplers that don't allow them to jump up. What are they called, Crandall?
Oh, shelf
What's that?
couplers?
Anti-climbers?
Oh, the shelf couplers? Yeah.
What do they call them?
Shelf couplers.
They call them shelf couplers.
Shelf couplers. Okay. Well, I have the metal with the plastic shelf couplers, and they're not meshing too well. So I lashed it up I took the one car off that has the couplers changed out, and now it's up against a plastic one. So they should mesh pretty well. So we'll see. Because usually...
Yeah, well, the metal shelf couplers, they function like the real ones do. It's really hard to get them uncoupled.
Mhm.
No, you need the actual proper magnets to almost undo them.
Mike at Puddington, peace out.
Mike Puttham, thank you for coming, my friend. I know it's really late, and thank you so very much for coming in. I appreciate you, buddy.
I'm going to take this break, Daryl, and I'm going to head on out too. Everyone,
Absolutely.
It's been fun.
All right, see you, Plumber.
This guy's
Okay,
tired
Plumber.
and
Good
done.
night, Plumber. Thanks for coming
Easy.
out.
Take her easy, man.
Take
All
care,
right, fun,
Plumber.
everybody.
Let me see here. So, Derail Daryl, did those pipe loads come with those cars? Yes, they did. But I just took them off, and I didn't even bother putting the slats underneath of them because that was going to take way too much time to build, and the way they constructed it. Yeah, so what I did is I just took the pipe loads and just set them flat on the car. That's how I left it. So I think they look okay the way they are. I mean, so. But
Yeah,
go ahead.
we got a new. I was just gonna say we got a new plan with this coal train here. They're gonna take it start pulling out and taking it 2 mile, and then I got to take the conductor down there, and he's going to get on it down there and check the DPs.
Aha.
So
Yeah. So, you know,
if we did it while the train was still sitting up here, we would have to take him to where the abandoned golf course is.
so let me see if I can get this camera. Let me see if I can get this camera in a little bit different angle. And let me see if you all can see this or not. Okay, so I'm going to change camera angles because let me see here. Settings. Okay, I'm going to make myself look big on that one. Okay, so here is the facility. Now, these are the containers. Now, I took that NS. I actually took a really nice train and I wrecked it, but it's okay. It turned out the way I wanted it. So, this one right here is that 45 container. The ones that opens. What?
Aurora Miniatures.
The which ones?
Aurora Miniatures.
Auroras, yes. These are the Aurora miniatures that have the open doors. Now, this NS right here, this is a 50-foot box car. And I made sure that I weathered them up before because I wanted to have, let me see if I can get the camera in that angle. I wanted to make sure that I got I wanted the Auroras to handle the wheels, and then I wanted one for the trucks. So that was kind of a hard thing to get and to do. So I don't know if you can, let me see if I can get the camera in there for that one, if you can see.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now there actually is a metal door there, right there. Maybe I
Yep.
should have made it come down here. Let me see if I can get it. How about that? Is that a little bit better?
Oh, yeah.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure because the wheels here, they wouldn't fit the whole trucks inside the container. So, and I just did this because I just wanted something different. And like I said, so I took this NS car and I weathered it up, and because I wanted it weathered up before I actually lay down the gravel. You know, that's the thing. A lot of us we're not really thinking of a lot of the time is we all have to go backwards, way backwards, before we even can go forward. And that's just the way I work because I didn't want to do all the weathering when it was there. And it's just like the building. I weathered up the building as good as I wanted it to be, and before I actually glued it in place. So actually, let me take this guy out of here. Let me push these guys back a little bit. So so here I decided to put. Now, since the guys, when they come out of here, I didn't want them. This is just how I feel. The gravel's kind of level with the rails, and then I put these wood planks in there, and so there was walking room to walk across. I only did it on these 3 because when you get to the building, you can cross the track. So that's why I put those there. And of course, I don't know if anybody caught it, but I did name my facility Double D Train Works. So yeah. So yeah, I mean it's coming. It's coming. So
We just got live.
Why
Let
not?
me know when you're back with Randall, and I'll start easing on him.
All right, there. I'm gonna have to mute myself again.
I'm
okay, go ahead and mute yourself.
about 4 cars back. Okay.
So I don't know. You guys can kind of get a glimpse of how I weathered those up.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Those will look believable.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of weathering with AJ is here now.
Oh, hey, Weathering with AJ,
Hey, AJ.
Postmodern Model Works.
Hey,
So yeah, so I mean, I can weather, and like I said, the building itself, it's got some weathering on it. You know, it's not a lot, but it's got enough.
Yeah.
And then and so this again, this is the backside of it. So of the layout, it coming in. Now the other containers are more newly painted, and I just didn't want to weather those up. I wanted something different. I want everything to look different. I don't want everything to look the same. So I don't know if anybody's interested, but I'm going to show you anyways. And I know a lot of people are going to go, "Oh," but I'm just going to show you why I'm on live stream, how I do this. So give me just a minute and let me get set up real quick.
Hey,
And
Cheryl, that turnout, the other side don't go to nowhere. You don't have all the track work done yet?
We'll have to wait till he gets back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think he left the speaker range.
okay, I know we can all attest that when we gravel and when we glue our gravel and stuff like that, crap flies everywhere. It just does. It flies everywhere. So this is what's in here. Here is a little bit of gray blend, fine gray blend. And when I come to the edges, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually sprinkle. I'm actually going to take this. This is actually how I do my tracks as well. So it is very controlled. Now it's not going to be controlled on the round table, but so what I'll do is I'll take just a little bit like this and I just spread it right there. Okay, because it's on the corner there. Now we all agree that you're going to get glue in everything. Okay, so Daryl, you need to cover that. So this is what I use. CA glue.
Okay.
Good old Instacure.
Yeah. So what I do is I take it, I get it wet first like that, and I just let it drop. There you go. It's all glued in. It's done. Now we can all agree it's CA glue. You ain't never getting that out. But I ain't taking it out. And if I have to take it out, the whole center section's coming out, and that's my thing. So I'm not making it so it can come out. I'm making it so it ain't going nowhere. So that's how this whole area is done. So when I'm graveling my track, because the fine gravel is so tough, and we all know you can spray it with alcohol, and a little bit it gets on the track, and then you go to white glue it. It gets everywhere. With this, that's how I do it. And actually, that's how pretty much the whole section over here was all laid with the small gravel and all done with just good old CA glue.
Definitely works.
Oh no, it totally works. Oh yeah, no, it totally works. And what happens with the track? Okay, so say like you're doing the track, like in this area, like right in here, okay, like right in there. Okay, I brush it all off and everything. I get it set. Actually, here, let me put this up so you can see a little bit better. Yeah, you can see a little bit better. So what happens is this is already CA glued in. I put all the I put all this down. I put all this down in here like I already did. And instead of, and then I just come close to the track with the CA glue. And what the CA glue does is it creeps in between the rails. As long as I soak it good enough, okay, and it creeps in between those rails. I don't put the CA glue in here because it soaks it up. You kind of understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, I don't recommend everybody doing this, only for the certain fact is you got to do it in an open, breathable area. And it is expensive. It's not cheap. So I'm going to show you something else that I do use to glue it in.
Hey, Daryl, with your Instacure, do you use the InstaSet?
Must be out of mic range again.
He left speaker range again.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what that conversation was.
Oh, Daryl, with your Instacure, do you actually also use the InstaSet?
No. Nope. I just pour it on, and like I said, it dries instantly. Now I also found, since I ran out of C glue one night, so I decided, okay, I'm not running down to Home Depot and getting this stuff because you can't get it. So I also set the rest of my, now don't get me wrong, I've done a lot of this in white glue. Okay, so I've also used this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got some of that. That works good.
So what I did in an empty bottle, in an empty CA glue bottle, I just poured it in this with the tip, and I just went around, and like I said, I just went around close to the tracks, and that's how I do it, and it soaks up. And that way, I'm not having to do a lot of work. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It is kind of expensive to do. But like this whole area over here, when I was doing this whole area over here, it was very tedious to get all that in there and not have to wiping the track after you wiped it. And then you put you put the CA glue in there, and because it goes everywhere. We all know that. If anybody who's done track work and done fine gravel, I'm telling you, it's a pain. It's a pain to get to clean it off. So, but that's just how I do mine, I just thought it was just kind of something interesting to show.
Oh, thanks for showing that to us. So that's actually pretty neat, using CA glue like that.
I never thought of that either.
Me either.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the white glue sometimes doesn't take on all of it, and you have some loose gravel and sometimes. So,
no, and you know what, Thomas?
Around my table, I use the white glue stuff all the way around, but there's still a lot of loose stuff. So maybe I might just CA around the round table to keep it all in place.
Yeah, no, you know what, Thomas? You're absolutely right. And there is some places where that has happened, where I do that and I go over it and I'm like, what the heck? I know I went over it with a lot of white glue, and and that's what happened. So let me bring myself back up. So okay.
Yeah, I use an eyedropper with the white glue stuff that I mix, and and that gives me more control than the sprayers that they used to say use and stuff like that. Because I don't like cleaning track, I really don't, and I try to keep it. I go with the white glue with the eyedropper. I can go right in between the rails and everything, and that's how it works for me. But the round table, I think I'm going to use.
Okay, that's a good question, Christian. Postmodern, he's got it. Daryl, what do you use on the turnouts? Okay. On the turnout parts, believe it or not, I do not put any glue in those areas where the turnouts. Only for the certain fact because I've done it too many times where even the white glue, I put the white glue in there, and if I'm not paying attention, I come back an hour later and the blades are glued to the side of the rail. So I've learned not to glue in that area. I actually kind of leave as less as possible, and I don't glue in that area no more. I lay my track completely different than most people. All my track is CA glued. All of it. Every single bit of it is CA glued. And it's not CA glued like you think, like I take, okay, for the most part. Here, let me go get it.
Huh. Yeah, because what I did, I got to put the video up still.
So this is what I
Good old Gorilla Glue.
Good old Gorilla Glue. And it's really simple. I mean, I put a dab up and I dab it for the rails. So like here, I'll give you a demonstration real quick. I'll give you a demonstration just on how I, okay, I got the camera stuck. Okay, so just to give you a quick idea.
You glued it down?
Cut them up with ties, and then you just lay it down.
Yeah, let me show you real quick how. And yes, Derek, it is more expensive, and that's why I say this is not for everybody, but this is just how I've done it. So let me. Okay, so what I mean by when I glue the track in. Okay, I'm gonna leave the camera like that. Okay, so what I do is I make sure that the glue, I got it. I just make sure the glue's coming out first before I actually do this. So the glue is actually coming out. So what I actually do is I take the glue and I keep it up a little bit and I let it drop in between the rails. There you go. Done. Okay, and I'll do that like every 5 or 6 rails. And then guess what? By the time I'm done, it's glued in. It ain't moving on me. It ain't going anywhere. Now, remember, when you do this, you can't move your track. So you got to make positive sure this is where you want it.
Gotcha.
So that's how I do the Gorilla Glue for that track. I know that a lot of guys can contest, hey, I do this and I do that, and I use all kinds of other stuff. You paste it on the cork, and then you lay the track on there. And I've seen people put cans on their track. I don't do any of that. I let the track lie how it lies, because the track will find its way and it will lie right there. If you try to press it down, what happens is you're pressing it down into a dip. So I've learned to leave the track where it lies. Like in a curve, I leave it where it lies, and then I just CA glue it. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I truly believe the reason why my trains run so well and so flawlessly because of the good track work. That's how I do my track. So it's not, I don't recommend this for everybody, but I do recommend it for like tight areas. And I just thought I would share that since it kind of came up. So I will answer some questions. So let me put myself back up. Okay, so Postmodern says, I use matte medium diluted with water recklessly, and if the turnouts stick, I can pop the free with my fingers. Yes, and I've done that as well. I've just learned not to put any glue in that area. So let's see. Everybody's subbing there. Everybody.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Daryl, I have you ever tried to pull it up using a putty knife? Okay. Believe it or not, actually, if I had to pull the truck up, you can actually pull it up with a putty knife. The problem is you're going to have whatever stuck to the plastic. It's there. It's there forever. Now, like I said, when I'm doing this, I'm keeping in my head, if I ever have to tear it up, it's trash, and I'm not worried about it because I get heavy swings in this garage, and I gap the rail specifically for this garage, and that's another reason why I don't wake up one morning when it's 20 below and my track's pulled away. It's pulling from each other because everything's properly gapped, and plus because it's CA glued, the only thing that's going to move is the rail. That's it. Nothing else is going to move. So,
that's neat though how you're using CA glue because, well, I still got to put my video up for part 3 of DeBojo, But how I put my track down, I use no nails and a knife
Right.
to spread it on the corking bed. And then really what's going to hold it in is the Mod Podge 7525.
Okay. Yeah. And see, you know, I just this is my second layout that I've used the CA glue, and actually, where are they? Right here.
It's actually really neat how everyone just has different ways of actually keep putting track down.
Exactly.
It's pretty neat.
There isn't just one way to do a thing.
No.
No, never is.
No,
And
there
it's your
never is. Okay,
canvas. You
so
gotta,
let
you
me
can
show
use
you.
what you've got to use, and if it works
Right.
for you, it works for you.
Yeah, so let me show you what a Pico switch looks like after you pull it up when it's been glued to cork.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, it's still workable. It still works.
But
Really
that's not
not a
gonna
big
sit
deal. So
well.
what I will do if I want to use this Pico switch, it's really easy. I take it over to my sander, on my revolving sander, and I just lightly touch it on there. And believe it or not, it takes off most of the cork off there, and this is ready to be used again. Okay, so it can be done. It can be done. But I know if I'm not, I know once I put, even if I was to white glue it, doesn't matter. The switch is gonna be wrecked because sometimes it just happens. So
Right. It gets twisted. That's the problem.
exactly. It gets twisted. And I know this is a really heavy topic, but I can just tell you, I really believe this is the reason why my track work is really good and my trains run flawlessly, because when I lay my track, I do not force it down with Coke cans. I don't lay anything on the rails. I just let it lie. And then I go back and I look for the gaps in between the rails. And then that's when I'll put slivers of whatever in there. You know, I try not to use wood, and I try not to use anything that's going to soak up material, because you got to remember, when you're using wood and you're using thin cardboard or paper, it soaks it up, and believe it or not, it will expand. So I know that's minimal, but so I try to use plastic. What I use for a road bed is all cork. I mean, all N scale cork. I do not use HO scale, because that way I can make my own road. I can make my own roadway. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not. What I'm trying to say is HO scale cork, when it comes out, I mean, it comes out like what, a 1/4 inch on each side. And I don't want to be specific. I want to be able to make my own roadway. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be confined just to that HO rails cork. I want it to be thinner in some areas, and I want it to be wider in some areas, because that's just how I see it. So that's why I use N scale, because N scale cork, I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but you don't see any cork coming out from my track.
Oh.
There, let me go back. Let me go back, and I'll show you guys that. So let me go back and let me show you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, like right here. Okay, there you go. There is 2 pieces of HO scale cork. That side over there. That side over there is not. This is not HO. This is N scale. This is. You see how the track? There's no HO in there. It's N scale track. Fits right underneath of it. This
You mean N scale?
N scale track.
The cork.
Cork, you mean?
Yeah, the cork. Yeah, I'm sorry, the cork. Yeah.
I was going to say, you're not running HO trains on
Yeah.
that.
So here's something really interesting. I don't know. Okay, so when I wired in this switch,
Here, make yourself bigger.
okay, what happened was, when I wired it on top of a beam. So where these wires are, I wired it on a beam. There's a beam underneath of here. So I couldn't drill 4 inches down to drop the wire. So what I did is I had to come around and go underneath the track here and then come around over here. And then I dug out, there we go. I dug out in the plywood, the wires, and then I ran them down. I don't know if you can see how I ran the wires, where
they make longer than 4-inch bits, you know.
Yeah. So because there's a beam in here. So in any case, these are things that I should do videos on, but I actually enjoy it doing more on a live stream because I can actually get feedback right there on my live stream. That's just how I see it. So yeah, I use the N scale cord.
Okay. Hey, Daryl, you know what that wiring? If you get heat shields for a switch, you can actually make it look like the actual gas pipes that actually feed into the heater, the switch heaters.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, that's a good idea.
That's an idea.
Because that's what we have up here right now with the Canadian. Like, it's all heat shields, and they're all like kept warm by natural gas to keep the switches warm.
You don't freeze.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Railroad Enthusiast, adding a beam is very useful in that situation. Good thinking. And Possum Bayou says, Daryl, I did that a couple months ago. Nothing like a beam in that way. Yeah, because I couldn't drill 4 inches down. Weathering with AJ. How you doing, my friend? I know I said hello to you, but I'm glad you're here. So I just thought, since we were kind of on that topic, I thought, it's not a secret. And everybody does things differently. I just wanted to show that me personally, I don't like to see gravel or ballast on the ties. I just don't. That's not my thing. It's not for me, it's not prototypical. And it's only prototypical in areas that are like not on the main line. Like here, I could have graveled over the track. I could have done all that, but I have different plans for all that because I'm going to grass it in and all that stuff. But just for me personally, I don't like ballast on the sleepers or the ties. I just don't. So it's a lot of work. It really, really is. But the effects of it look very nice.
But when I was a kid, I used to walk the rails, and there was ballast all over the place. The railroad ties, some of them were covered in ballast. Even these were main lines that were used for freight back in the day.
Yeah.
But that's because stuff moves around. It just can't stay in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ, did you want to come up? I'll put up a link. If you want to come up, I'll put a link in. Everybody would like to see you, AJ.
When I was a kid there, and I grew up along the Kingston subdivision back home, there was a lot of ballast, but it was also creosote ballast too. So
right, yeah, creosote, from the railroad ties.
Right.
Oh no, they sprayed the entire.
They sprayed
the ballast in creosote as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Now a little bit farther back. 187 asked the question of, do you know how to dilute CA glue, or can it be diluted?
Yes, you can. It's done by, I believe it's done by salt. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, salt will dissolve CA glue.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've actually done it where I've glued my fingers together, and then no lie. First thing I did, I go, hey, honey, look what I did. And she goes, are they actually glued together? She goes, oh my gosh. She's like, should we go to the hospital? I go, no, watch what I'm going to go do right now. She goes, okay. So I go over to the living room and I hit on the big screen and I tell her, ask YouTube how to dissolve CA glue on fingers. And before you knew it, all this stuff came up. and salt was the number. I believe salt was in warm water, and salt was the number one thing.
Oh wow.
I had a doctor tell me that one time.
Yeah, So yeah, yeah. So they actually make. Actually, I saw it at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby sells now. Okay, this CA glue that I buy from the train stores is a half an ounce. I believe when you buy it from Hobby Lobby, it's an ounce, and it's actually cheaper to buy it at Hobby Lobby for a whole ounce than you spend a half an ounce at your hobby store. So when I bought, I actually saw denatured stuff to dissolve CA glue. It's at Hobby Outlet. It's not. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Daryl, I'm actually in Lake Tahoe right now. We came down here to snowboard. Oh, awesome. Oh, cool. All right.
Well, one of the things that I wind up doing is I buy these little, like one-shot deals, because I don't use it. I don't use a lot.
Let me bring that one up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the one-shot one, because I don't use that much. I don't use a lot of super glue, so it's one of those things of I'd rather have one of these dry up and not be useful instead of the full-size ones.
Right. Yeah, because I can never keep the tip of the CA glue clean. It's just
right.
Yeah. So that's what's good things about these is that you only get
a couple of applications
yeah.
on it.
Yeah, a couple of applications on it, and they're a single gram each, which is 0.03 of an ounce.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
There you go.
but if you use a lot like what Daryl's doing, I would go with the larger ones.
Right.
Yeah, this whole layout was done with Gorilla Glue. It was the whole layout, and believe it or not, for every 3-foot section, I'm only dropping a few. I'm using Code 83, Pico Code 83 with Pico Code 83 switches. So, and they're all Electro Frogs. So let me see here. What does Railroad Enthusiast say? He says, Derail Daryl, what is the best oil to use for the steam engine on the layout? Any suggestions? I have no idea. I'm sure somebody else here in the panel can answer that for you because I really don't run steam. Does anybody have a question and answer for that?
No, I don't run steam either.
Well, I would have to say with steam engines, depending on what you're oiling, depends on what oil you wind up using. Usually, for the gear train itself, that's usually done as a grease. But like the side rods and all that, that's usually done with a sewing machine oil. I've been using this. Which is sort of like it's basically an oiler, but I forgot exactly where I got it from. So I know that's sort of kind of not helpful, but I almost want to say I think this is Lebel. I'm not quite sure, but I mean it has basically a needle application on it, so you can just make a small little drop come out and then just go.
Yeah, you can pinpoint your oil wherever you want. Right.
Yeah.
But
so so yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with the area that I've done. I'm still not done. I don't know what I want to do with the back, but I don't know about you guys, and I don't know about anybody in the chat, but I can tell you, none of this is done on a piece of paper. I don't sit there and I don't draw, okay, I'm going to place this here, I'm going to place this here, and I'm going to place this here. What it does, and I think but I think it has a lot to do with being a left-hander. I just look at it and I just kind of vision it in my head. This is what I want here. This is what I want here. And boom, I'm on top of it. And before I know it, I've got a scene done and created. And I say right now, I don't know what I'm going to do with the backside of it. But if you can see, let me go to one of my cameras in the back. Okay, so let me go to the back camera.
All the design work is in my head.
Right. So if I go to make myself solo, okay. So now you see in the back there, you see the back of the roundhouse,
Right.
and hide comment. Okay, so now I've got some room back there to work.
Yep.
I've had some good suggestions, but I'm still not 100% sure with what I want to do with it back there because there's no doors back there behind the building. Now, I can actually build a door back there. I can actually make one of the sides with I-beams coming out and put a pad down there. And I don't know, I can put equipment out there. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm still not 100% sure.
A lot of real estate.
I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Thank you, AJ. And Derek Alexander says sewing machine oil, locomotives just went by.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it will come to me.
So Daryl, that center beam car there, why don't you put a guy standing on the back of it like that you saw?
I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to.
I just put one on mine already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, this shot that you guys are seeing on the left side of the screen where the containers are, that wraps around the back side. And actually, if you look top left, back there, you're actually seeing mountain range back there.
Right.
That is actually my toolbox.
Yeah.
That you're seeing the scene all the way back to the toolbox. And let me switch off to that scene. Let me see here. I think it is this one. Yeah, it's this one. So that is the back. This is the back side of the mountain range that I'm streaming from.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then you see my workbench, and then you see my toolbox back there with trains going across on a lift up bridge. So
It's
my
pretty
my layout's quite extensive. Now you'll notice there's a Fred on the back of that BNS auto rack. That was done by the Bachmann. It doesn't reach it, so when I installed it, I had to cut the wires and then solder wires in. It was not fun to do, but I did get it to work, and I think the blinking light on the back of that the auto rack looks pretty good. So, so at any case, this area may change because up in the center top, you see a facility there. I might change this whole scene out. Not sure yet, but all those tracks and everything, they're all CA glued in. Good luck.
And that's your staging yard, right?
I may just leave it. I don't know.
Is that your staging yard there?
Yeah, kind of, sort of. Yeah. Derek, actually, you know what? The Fred's going to be coming up here pretty quick. Let me go to local 81 and hit it, and let me give her a little speed.
Why do you call it a Fred? I thought it was EOT.
I just call it Fred because I've seen other people call it Fred.
Yeah, we call him Fred.
Thank you, Steven.
Yeah, we call them Freds.
Yeah.
Well, Freds are, if I remember correctly, stands for flashing rear end device.
Yep.
And they're, I guess,
put Steven's comment up here.
And DOT, I think, is
EOT. I see, not DOT. EOT.
Yeah.
End of train. That's what I.
It's kind of sorry, guys. It's kind of a long consist. That way we can see the Fred. Now, like I said, this is the one that I put on this one is the Bachmann one. And okay, so now I'm getting to the containers. I mean the auto racks.
Thanks, Wigwag. Eh?
Yeah, totally Wigwag.
Yeah,
it is really nice.
Yeah, we've talked about it a few times.
Yeah. Okay, Derek. In like 3 or 4 cars, you're going to see Mr. Fred blinking. And like I said, it wasn't fun, but I did accomplish it, and I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
See you, James.
I
Eh?
think. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, Fred's all they do is like report via radio what the
Okay, there you
airport
go.
is.
There's Mr. Fred right there. Here you go, Derek. He's just blinking at you.
And I think end of train devices they have a lot more like GPS location and all that fun stuff. Also, a lot more complicated.
Well, my cars, I have EOTs on them, and there's no GPS on them.
Yeah,
All
I think
right.
Fred just communicates to the locomotive with the pressure and all that, and if there's an actual breakage in the train.
Yeah, air brakes,
Right.
air pressure.
Yeah.
So you put that Fred in yourself, Darren?
Yeah. Yeah, I
That's
actually
the
did.
Buckman, right?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at soldering. Like I said, those wires are really thin, and there's not a lot of area to work in, and you want to make sure. I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting the wire in there. Okay, well, I don't know. Maybe some people would be interested to see actually how I did that. It's not very pretty work, but let me.
How did
Let
you?
me.
How did
I'm gonna show you. It's a mess, but I'm just gonna show you on live stream TV what it actually looks like underneath there, because it is actually kind of interesting. And like I said, it's a Bachmann. So let me see. Let me get this consist to roll where I can grab that back.
there goes Dave's Fred. Just went through the tunnel.
Right.
Behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Derek. So let me. Okay, it's going to be coming around here pretty quick, and I'll grab her. And then I'll show it on camera what it looks like. It's pretty ugly looking, but hey, it works. And it's been working ever since. And okay.
Too bad
I'll
ring
believe it.
engineering doesn't exist anymore, where they because they made them like a lot, which was neat. It's too bad they're not around anymore.
Yeah, you don't see them. Like I see a lot of trains with no caboose on them, and there's nothing on the back of the last car. And when I rail fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, we gotta have the Freds on ours up here.
Well, this is New Jersey. They do things different here.
Yeah, no, I think I'm pretty sure that's a Ministry of Transportation rule.
Yeah.
Right? Because there's no more cabooses, so.
Right.
Which makes sense, right?
Yeah, you would think there'd be something on the back. Last car, so it's.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
Yeah,
So
you
what's
need to,
fun?
right? 5 o'clock
Okay.
comes early.
Now remember, the Bachmann 33-inch. They're 33-inch rails. Okay, that's not the
Wheel.
standard for these cars. Okay, so you see the end of train device.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of see. Okay, yeah, it's kind of okay. Now, you'll notice on here. You'll notice.
You wired that up yourself.
Well, not only did I have to wire it up, but I had to do some work in here. Okay, so I had to cut out
Because of
some
the
pieces.
board, right?
Yeah, the board is already on there.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, I had to cut just for this one because I don't see them on these very often on railroad layouts. I had to cut out in here for the 33-inch wheels to turn. Okay. And then I had to wire them.
Yeah.
Now, when I first did this, I got it all back on the track and it didn't work. I'm like, what the heck? Well, what it was, I had crossed the wires.
Oh,
So there's a board underneath that one wheel. Is that
Yeah,
what
there is a board.
yeah. There's a board there.
Yeah, there is a
Yeah,
board.
it's on the inboard.
Yeah.
Okay, that board has to touch the truck or the wheel. I mean,
Yeah.
how does it get electrical pickup?
Because these are it gets it by the there's pickups. These wheels are electric. They're pickups. They're electrical pickups in there.
Yeah. Get power off the track.
Yeah, you can't be right. It picks up from the wheels. Now remember, like I said, these are 33-inch wheels. So what happened over here? I had to change these out to 33-inch wheels. But I didn't have to do any work on this side. Look, okay, can you see the difference? Okay, look at the difference.
Yeah.
Look at this side,
Mm-hmm.
and look what I did on this side.
Yep.
You kind of can see the difference.
Yep.
Oh
The
yeah.
hack job. And that's only because of the equipment that is in here. It wouldn't allow, when I put it on, it would not allow the wheels to turn. So
Right.
I kept grinding and grinding and grinding, and finally I got it. So not only are these wheels 33, but these wheels are 33 as well.
So
Okay.
you're saying they should have been 36-inch wheels.
No, they should have been lower.
Oh yeah, they should have been at least 28 or even smaller than that, 26 inches.
Right. Exactly. You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
Because that's
So
how auto racks are. They're very small wheels.
they're very small wheels. So believe it or not, the car that this gets hooked up to, it's right on the money. It's maybe just a little high. So I took that car in front of it and gave it a little height. And those two cars in a consist will always stay connected. They will not come apart just because they match. So
Yeah,
like I
good
said,
idea.
this is the Fred or this is the end of train device from Bachmann series. And I really haven't seen too many people do this and put them on the back of put a one back on, so it actually, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good job.
It is.
Okay. So here's the other thing. Okay. You cannot connect another train back here because it doesn't work that way. Okay. This is just going to be one of the trains that you build and that you do that is at the end of the consist. No different than Crooked River Dave's. Dave's will always be on a consist. Why? Because it's got, that one's different. That one just, I put it on, boom, it worked. I actually can connect another car to it, but Crooked River Dave's car is always going to be on the end of a consist, just like this will be on the end of the consist. You kind of follow what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Why would you want it in the middle anyway? You wouldn't want it in the middle.
No, exactly. So I'm going to leave this one off for right now. Well, I'm going to leave that one off for right now, but yeah.
It's basically your version of a caboose.
Exactly. Well, because my layout's modern,
Yes.
and what are you saying, Daryl? You will have to file the wheels down, laugh all. Yeah, well, you know what? Like I said, okay. I was one of those guys. I don't know how many of you here are like this. I was one of those guys when I put in Atlas switches. If it broke, I'm like, oh man. That was way before I was CA gluing. Okay, let me put us all up equal. That was way before I was CA gluing. Okay, I really didn't know much. So what would I do? I'd pull the switch out, and I would replace it, and it took care of the problem. Now, I never tear a switch out. I will never tear a switch out again. And because I know from experience now how they actually work, and I can actually fix the switch right in place. So So when these are actually CA glued in, they're only when I CA glue the switches in, I only CA glue here, in the middle, and at each of these ends. That's it. I do not, when I lay the switch in, I do not lay. The only thing I do with the switches is I will take a level. I will make sure, because I don't know if you guys have ever noticed when you lay the switches in, there's a little bit of a bow in the middle. Just go ahead and take a look at some of your switches. There's a little bow in the middle. I will take a switch, a level, and I will put the level on top of the switch, and then I'll take my 1, 2, 3 blocks and put it on top of that. That's the only time I make sure that something's completely level. So the rest of the track, I do not put anything on. I let it lie where it is. So,
Randall's back up.
Yeah, I'm back up.
Hey, Randall. So,
Hey, what's happening?
yeah. So I can actually take these Insel Frog switches right in place and make them electric frogs. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to put anything else. But at any case. Well.
Got one train leaving the yard now.
Paint and Rail fan. Hey, Daryl, do you use any cabooses? I have like 1 or 2 that actually has a fret on it. I have a caboose that has a fret on it. That was kind of the same thing. I had to hack that one up, but it actually works. It's a caboose. I'm never going to hook anything up to it. That's actually for my steamers. When I do run a steamer, I put the caboose on the rear end with a fret on it. So, yeah, I love cabooses, but like I said, my layouts mostly is modern day. So I build what I see, especially in my area. All my buildings are they're all done by, what are they done by? They're done by, they're just done by hardboard, this is what they're done with. That's what all my buildings around my layout are done with, hardboard. Because they simulate concrete tilt-ups. And they're all back buildings, and that's my layout. So, anyways, well, does anybody else got anything they wanna talk about?
Like I said, just got this one running out of the yard.
Here,
So.
Let me make you big there, Randall, for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really had time with this sucker.
You got a coal load?
Yep.
There's a drag. That's a drag. That's a big
Should
drag.
see the mid DPs here in a little bit.
Oh, it's got mid DPUs?
Yep.
Awesome.
How many cars is that one? How many axles? They give you an axle count?
It should. If it'll pick it up, it should give it at 344. So.
Did you catch Postmodern Model Works comment?
Derek, no.
That's funny. That's on Daryl's 4x8 plywood in his room there, right?
Yeah. The details are fantastic.
Yeah.
What's that?
It said the Randall's layout looked so fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Looks so real.
Yeah, it does. Right?
Gotta
Yeah.
love the 1-to-1.
Yeah,
No
one to
lie.
one.
No, we got live rail fanning going on right on the live stream. I totally enjoy that. I like watching
I
that.
hear them. They're coming.
I was gonna say that's a lot of coal cars.
Yeah,
Look at
that is a lot of cool cars.
Look at that. His people on his layout move.
long is that, Randall? Did they say?
These run about 7,500 feet in length.
Wow.
There they go.
I can hear them.
Yeah, you can hear them.
Oh, 2 DPUs.
Oh wow.
Wow, that is a long
James,
train.
Yeah, that
James-
is a long train.
yeah, James is back. He had to change his compute chart.
Yeah, charge her up.
So, I got a question, AJ. What are you doing in Lake Tahoe? Aren't you supposed to be in school?
What do you say? He was skiing or snowboarding?
Yeah, he said he was snowboarding. No, dude, nobody skis anymore. I don't ski. I do. Yeah. Yeah, I just
Well, that's what he's telling us he's doing. He's probably just hanging out at the.
yeah, because he should be in school. Well, that's
Hanging
great
out
that
at
you're
the
on
resort.
vacation in Lake Tahoe. That's awesome. That's cool. Wow, that's a long train.
And here comes the rear one.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
got a
come
rear DPU?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like they got a couple of flat spots too.
I was gonna say you got some bad bearings or something, or flat spots. Nice.
There it is.
Oh, yeah. That is
Straight
nice.
to Notch 8.
Wow. That is really cool, Randall.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing
Oh.
that.
Not a problem. I wish we could have more because it was pretty busy. There was about 2 of them sitting here when I first got here. So,
That's cool stuff.
it was sitting right on top. This one, the one that just left, was sitting right on top of the detector. When it moved, you could hear the detector go off, and it said "system working." That's how you can tell, basically. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it's blowing for the crossing at Mammoth now. So that's where the head ends at.
So AJ, is school high school or college?
High school. He's in high school. Yeah, that's the computer age. He can do school from a computer. Let's see what did Ray say here? Ray says, I've always used track nails, but need to make sure don't put them in too far and bend the ties. I am thinking of using caulk on the straight sections to save time. Yes, no, maybe.
No nails.
Yeah,
Or
that's
CA
what I
glue.
think. Yep.
Yeah.
No nails.
That's what I use.
Okay, James. Here, hold on. Let me let me see. Here we go.
Tell you the
Uh-oh.
truth, guys, it's also getting late for me because I got to get up early for work there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Bubs, for coming up. No, really.
We're gonna see what James has to say.
Yeah, we're gonna
All
see
right,
what
guys.
James. We're gonna see what James has to say here. Let me. Oh.
What's he got in the store at Dundas Junction tonight?
Oh boy. He's just on a spending spree.
Hey, I'm just saying, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
He's buying some.
I'm
good
not
cheap-
muting myself or anything. I'm just gonna walk over here and talk to the
By
yard.
himself.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna head off, guys. Have a good night.
Okay, Bubs. Thanks
Hey,
for
Bubs.
coming out, buddy.
Anytime. Take care.
Take it easy.
Well,
Somebody's getting a lot of.
Okay, I don't know what I did. I touched something I wasn't supposed to, and I don't know why this is doing this. And it keeps throwing up chat. I don't know how to get rid of it.
what do you got going on?
Well, down by my thing, it's got a chat thing, and I'm trying to get rid of it, but it won't because it won't allow me to. Oh man. Okay. All right. I'm having a problem with that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I pressed, but it keeps saying chat by my thing, and I don't want to chat. So, and I don't know how to get rid of it.
What device is that? Phone?
I'm trying to post the link up in the chat and up in there, and it's got a chat sign in there. And every time it will not allow me to, because it says start chat, and I don't want to start chat. So it won't allow me to get out. It won't allow me to get out of it. I don't know why it's doing that. I pressed something I wasn't supposed to.
There you go, Al. Railroad dog.
Are you trying to post the link for the live chat?
Yeah, and the problem is that okay, here we go. Comments. What is that?
I don't know.
I'm willing to bet that has to do something with
like that beeping or whatever it is.
Is that coming? Where's that coming from? Is that coming from Randall?
Yeah.
Here, hold on.
Can you mute him?
Here, hold on. Let's.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that was him.
Okay. I was wondering, like, I thought you really got some issues going on there. You got the beeping.
Yeah, I was wondering what is that? Okay, for some reason I'm not
bombarded by text messages or something.
I'm not getting. I can't get rid of this. It says chat with us. I don't want to chat with them. So sorry, James. I'm having a problem.
Should be able to just go down here beside the present in settings. It should be the link part, right?
Well, what I got right now, what I got right now is I posted the link, but the problem is it's got oh, wait a minute. There, he's got it.
Yeah, I posted it also.
Oh. There she is.
Okay, James, we got you up, brother.
There he is. Let me change cameras up. There he is.
Oh, there's Randall. Oh, he left his truck and his phone was going off. That's what it was.
That's what was going on there.
Oh yeah, if you breathe the wrong way, it goes off.
Yeah, well, what happened was we didn't know we didn't know what that noise was, so we muted the everybody.
Yeah, that's fine, Daryl. No, if you so much as breathe the wrong way, these phones go off and they tell you moved and you didn't. So.
Oh.
Was that your e-log?
No, it's a app that we use on our vans. This one here actually has the phone inside of it, and that's kind of part of the issue with them because they're really sensitive to movement.
Gotcha.
So,
see how.
Yeah, for a minute there, I thought it was this thing I can't get rid of in the chat.
Yeah. No, when that sound goes off, it's the van phone. It's basically telling you moved and you didn't. So,
let me see here, Derek Alexander. If you run them down too tight, it will always leave mine just a bit high. Hold the track, but allowed to move a bit on the curves. I was just wondering about long straight sections. Good night, Ohio. Yeah, here it is again. Yeah, I think that was old school for me, nailing. I don't nail anything down just because of that reason, even in a straight section, because you can over nail it and it bends the track.
Yeah.
So and using the caulk is really good to use. I strongly agree with caulk. The only problem is when I was using the caulk, where did I get the caulk? Not only did I get it in my fingers, I got it on what I was wearing. I got it on whatever else I was touching. I don't know if anybody can attest to that, but that's why I said there's got to be some better way to do this. So that's where I just came up with the super glue, and that was it.
You super glue your fingers together?
Yeah, yeah, all the time. Yeah, no, I
Stuff
mean,
good
you
for
know,
that.
actually, if I was to show you my fingers, you could still see CA glue. It still hasn't come off all the way yet because
I can scrape my finger and peel it off sometimes.
right, exactly,
Right.
right, exactly, yeah.
So I don't think
Um,
there's any application that you're not going to get your hands dirty with.
Right, but with this, well, yeah, with the CA glue, it's a lot. It's a different mess. It's a mess that you glue your fingers together, basically.
Well, one
Um,
advantage of the CA glue is almost instant; it dries.
Right, exactly. Well, see, and that's what I like about the area and what I'm doing.
Are you
It's
using the
instant.
liquid CA glue or the gel?
Okay,
That's
well, for the track, it's the for the track, it's because it's cheaper. The super glue, Gorilla Glue, it's gel. Well, it's actually not the gel. It's just super glue.
It's
Just
liquid.
super glue. It's not the gel. Now, the thin set is super thin CA glue is what I'm using on the gravel. You know, and
Hey, Daryl,
yeah,
if you know that glue you're using, we used to use that for wood turning.
for what?
For wood turning, as a
Oh, okay.
stabilizer for the wood and for a finish.
Yeah. Okay, AJ, thank you. You know what, James? I think I've seen that on some of the wood channels.
Yes,
I think you're absolutely right. I think I've seen that.
but yeah, it's very good for that, for stabilizing a crack in the wood or anything like that, or
So,
for a finish too.
yeah, so Bernard says super glue screwed up my security access in the airport one time.
for the
Yeah.
thumbprints.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, there was a movie. This brings up a movie that I remember seeing. I think it's called Slevin. It's got Brad Pitt in it,
Yeah.
and the
Slevin.
killer,
that one.
the killer, used CA glue to take off his fingerprints, or he used CA glue. Yeah, I think it was 7. It was 7.
Mm.
It was 7. And,
Hey, Daryl. There's a question I wanted to answer to Waycross that he asked me about. Do I work for BNSF? The answer is sort of yes and sort of no. I'm not a direct employee of BNSF. However, the company I drive for is contracted with them. We basically haul their crews. So, in a sense, we sort of do work for them, but we sort of don't. So,
You work with them.
right. We basically a contracted taxi service for them.
Yeah, you need to give you a license for the locomotives. Drive that instead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I used the Dremel with the sanding drum to get CA glue off my fingers. Yeah, that sounds about right. I just
Sounds drastic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that does sound pretty drastic. Let me see here. It works, derail. Trust me. Oh, Derek over here.
No, I was testing on an idea for a video I got to work on the weekend.
Keep it on the
I gotta
track.
do a mail call. Hey, Mikey, I gotta do a mail call video soon.
Okay.
yeah.
What did you get?
I think I got some containers
Oh,
and some
What else?
well cars.
What are you getting Saturday?
The rumor is it's an SD60.
How much you get? 1 or 2?
Rumor is 2.
Yeah.
Well,
That's one more than I have.
Well, I'm gonna pick up my S4, my S3 too.
S3. Which one's that?
It's Atlas CP Pac-Man scheme switcher.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is that the
I don't have
44
enough
ton?
switcher. I don't have enough switchers.
Can you get it up?
I think I got.
So the question I have for you, James, is James,
Sure.
when are we
Yes.
going to see some plywood, and when are we going to see some build going?
Oh,
When's
I'm
the
probably
sawdust gonna
about
fly?
I'm probably about 2 months away before I start that. I'm still working on the basement space. I just finished the another half of the basement. But the issue I have, we're remodeling the main floor of the house. So I can't get any more material in the garage until the appliances leave. And that's about 3 weeks from now.
Get
But
the
I'm working on an idea, and it involves a helix.
Okay,
Well,
just
Ben
stay
says,
up.
yes, super glue's the worst. I got stuck to my lips once. I don't know what I did, but it was pain to get off. Yeah.
What's that, Mikey?
I said if you stay up after the show, get Daryl to show you his yard. His yard's under his layout.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip of that before. I will stay on. Yeah, I was watching a video today of a guy doing a helix. I actually subscribed to him, and he's using a different method for his helix.
He's making the octagon helix.
Yes.
More
So-
plywood.
Not if you use a. I would do 1/4-inch plywood and laminate it. Well, he's doing
Thomas
too
has
much
got.
extra work. What's that?
I said Thomas has got trackside scenery. Or what's your helix, Thomas?
Yeah, trackside scenery.
Yeah,
It's
Joey Regard.
yeah, it's gator board all the way.
Yeah. That's nice stuff.
Oh,
the other thing is-
it's gator board?
Yes.
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, that's
never seen
that's-
gator
that's
board
the
up
way to
here.
do it.
Yeah, I've been trying to get some hobby shops to get it over here. I've actually talked to Joey Ricard.
Yeah,
So what is
no,
gator board, Mike?
yeah, he's a good
What's
guy,
that?
Joey.
What is gator board?
It's like you know how my facial is down on the test bench. at the
Right.
far end? That's almost like gator board on the front of it.
Oh, it's like masonite, hardboard.
No, it's like plastic.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's strong though.
yeah, I could lift up my whole helix, and you know how tall it is. I can lift it up with my two hands if I wanted to.
Right.
It's very
Yeah.
light, very light.
Yeah, and they got
More
they
likely,
come with the risers, right?
I'm gonna make mine out of plywood and use a router template and route the sections. Just
Okay.
trying to figure the best yield for the plywood, because with a 32-inch radius on the outside, that puts me the circumference on that one section at about 50 inches, which is greater than a half sheet of plywood.
Right. Yeah, it's only 48.
Okay, if
Yeah.
someone wants to be my eyes because I cannot see the camera, I will show my second level, my bottom level, my staging level. There's not much in there, but if someone wants to tell me, "Hey, Daryl, higher, lower,"
Okay.
okay, so
You wanna hear it?
that way I can show it because I can show it. It's just that I can't see the computer,
Let's
so I
pick
cannot see what I'm doing. So here we go.
same thing.
And
Right,
I'm going to
187.
go to settings. I'm gonna pick.
See 187. Take care.
No, it's not that one.
Nice tanker truck, though.
Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Crap, I lost it. No,
There.
not that one. Crap, I'm going all these. This should have been this one right here. Okay, here we go.
I was gonna say I thought it was yellow.
Okay, so it just kind of be my eyes. It's going to be shaky a little bit, but
Okay, a little lower.
ah.
Okay, I see it there. That the yard there?
Yeah, it's his yard there. It's underneath.
Okay.
Okay, so how this goes? This is my now. Can you see that view?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, it's very dusty, but okay, so this is my helper facility right here. Okay, and this comes up from where? It comes up from the bottom of my staging. Are we getting a good view?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, so here, this staging facility, this helper facility, this container, this scene was made by me. It was a container, and then for refrigeration, I just took a trailer off, a refrigerator unit off, and just put it on there. So, yeah. So this is just a helper facility because I didn't know what I wanted to do with this area. So the trains come from that tunnel, if you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, and then they disappear. Okay, so never mind the mess. Okay, you see the mess? Those are boxes and boxes and boxes of train stuff. Woo-wee! Okay, so
And I thought I had boxes.
are you kind of seeing this in here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
we're getting a good view of it. That's your track coming out.
Okay, yeah, that's my track coming up, and it goes around.
What's the grade? Like
Okay,
you're not even
and
2%,
then,
right?
and then it comes down to here. Okay, so what I'm gonna kind of show you is I'm gonna kind of pan.
A little higher.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's good.
So that's your yard there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a yard where I keep a lot of engines in here. So
A lot of ponies.
yeah, so you can see where it comes in and then it branches out. Nothing special down in there. It's very tight. There's not a lot of cars in there because I got a lot of room in there, but there's not very many cars in there. I mean, I've got quite a few tracks. Now, from this end, for where the staging yard starts, and it starts to go up the hill, okay, I would say I probably got about 35 feet in here of track to stage with. So I'm going to go along here. Are we getting a good view?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're still good.
See, I don't have that kind of length. I'm lucky to get 20 feet. If I'm lucky to get that.
Okay, and then it comes along the backside.
Now, does that yard go to a helix or an incline?
No helix.
Oh no, this is level. No. This is just off the stage. I can pretty much park almost that 3/4 of that container train down here.
But how do you
Almost,
get
but not
how do
quite.
you get to the main level though?
Okay, so I pull them out, and then it goes out. So they're going forward. Are we getting this? Am I?
Yeah. No, you're still good.
That's where the start of the incline is, right there where those lights
So
are.
you're using an incline for your yard, not a helix.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
No, this is not a second level. This is just underneath staging area. No helix. Been there, done that.
So I don't have the room for
And then
that.
it just
to do an
goes up.
incline.
So now, let's see if we can see up what it looks like up. Okay, you want to see spaghetti? You ready? Okay, here's my wiring. Pretty.
Not bad.
So if you notice,
Does it work?
of course you see it work. Okay, I don't know if you can see. Can you see the gray?
Well, then don't worry about what it looks like underneath there.
Yeah, this is true. This
Right.
is very true. So you can see how close the round table is to the when it's coming up the
Oh yeah.
and
Right
then
underneath it.
so and then it comes out of here, okay, and then it goes around. It goes around here.
Yeah.
Okay. And then This is where it goes up to table. It goes up to the center table. Are we kind of getting that?
Yep.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah, I wish I had the room for that, but I don't. That's what Dave Thurber has. He has an incline.
James, you have three choices. One,
What's that?
buy a bigger house. Two,
Okay.
put a shed in the backyard and make it big enough. Or three, build a helix.
Let's see here, because we downsized from a 4-bedroom to a condo.
There you go. Now,
Or
Yeah.
put a
I
whole-
guess I'm stuck with a 4x8 layout then.
All right, my backyard is Spencer Creek.
there you go. Well, then a helix is the only answer you got.
That's right.
or put a hole in your wall and go all the way to the other room.
Yeah, I don't think so. We want that. I gotta share that pay with the wife, a lounge,
Oh, thank you, Grandpa Rails. You got it, buddy. I thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. And yeah, absolutely. I just want to know, is this going to be? Are you going to be? Excuse me, everybody. This is going to be for the Ventura one. Are you going to the Ventura one? Show them how long. Oh, show everybody how I lock everybody out of the garage. Oh, yeah, let me do that. It's funny. I don't know.
Is your paint in the garage there, Daryl?
Yeah.
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 JD, thank you so very much. Yeah, okay, when I'm live streaming, everybody knew it tonight, but I'm just going to show you real quick. I mean, it's not just that he brought it up. I'm going to
How big's the garage?
this is a
Double car?
22 by 22.
That's a
Okay.
good sized room.
So
But
that
not
gives you an idea,
the layout is not 22 by 22. Okay, I just want to stress that out. So, while we're here, let me see. Okay, are you guys getting a good view of this?
Yep.
Okay, here's a corner of my layout that I don't show very often.
Why not?
I just don't get a camera in there very often.
Oh,
So let
okay.
me see if I can get. Stepping on the cord. Okay, are we getting a good view of this?
Mhm.
So this is a part of my layout that I don't really show off very much. There's another one of those Aurora miniatures, which a pink tractor with the number 1 trailer, which is pretty cool. I thought that was pretty cool. Very dusty in here, but it kind of gives you an idea.
Start waxing and polishing.
Get the leaf blower out.
Yeah, blow the trends away.
Hey,
Yeah.
when everything's CA glued down, nothing's going to blow away.
Exactly. So, okay, so if we're looking at the back here, this is the back side of the layout. Now, I do a lot of switching in this area.
Yeah.
And you'll see why I do a lot of switching in this area. But so I'm going to take you to where I do, because I have to lock everybody out. But I didn't tonight because there's really not too many people home. So, all right, my cord got caught. Okay, so this is, I don't know if you can see, but this is how I lock everybody out.
Yeah, we can see it.
That's what Christian was talking about. That's how I lock everybody out. They can't open up the door.
So they can't open the door to come in and knock
Yeah,
things
it's
over.
kind of dark in this. It's kind of dark in this area, but I don't know if you can see, but right here, there's a back opening of the layout. So I took the liberty of using this area in here, and there is a train board. There's a board right there that I put up.
Yeah.
Okay, and that train board goes up here and lays across over here, so I can set a consist of cars to switch out.
Hey, Daryl,
Yeah.
you should look at a video that Larry, the DCC guy, did for his bridge across his door. It actually was pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm just going to say the same thing, James. That's
So
He did a DCC Concept makes these connecting pins for your bridge.
So,
makes
anyways,
wiring so much easier.
so why I was talking
Yes.
about, you see the back buildings, those are called tilt ups, especially here in California. Those are done by the hardboard. So and like I said, I do a lot of switching out in this area. And this facility right here is one of my favorite facilities. The cold storage facility. So
That's cool.
well, anyways, that's how I lock everybody out because I have no choice. But
But you can open up your garage door, right?
yeah, I can totally open up my garage door.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now I saw in the facilities that looked like one of the tractors belonged to BJ and the Bear.
Yeah, yes, it did actually. Here, you know what? Let me here, hold on. Let me
He was supposed to mail that out at Christmas, but I never got it.
Oh, is that what it was?
so yeah.
So I heard your rumor you're working Saturday.
So there you
Possibly,
go.
yeah. I'm not sure yet.
I only come to visit.
I seen a guy had the BJ and the Bear trailer too.
Yeah, I couldn't find the BJ and the Bear trailer.
I don't know if it was My Life's Tracks or somebody had one.
Yeah, so like
They made it.
here is another part of the layout where I had a separation between the main lines. So I decided, I didn't know what I was going to do, but I know I didn't want to put all just grasses in there. So I just made a little facility, a little maintenance way yard for tracks and ties, and simulated a dump truck dumping gravel, and then just some containers, and then we got a shitter there. There is actually a light back there, and then this is the entrance way out. Yeah, it's very small, but it's doable. It works. So why I was showing off everything. So
And you see the hinges are elevated for your lift gate. You have to elevate the hinges to work.
Yeah.
yeah, no, that lift gate is is 4.5 feet.
No, that's good.
Yeah, it goes all the way. I mean, it gets, when I put it up, it gets put up on top there, and yeah.
See, I have an idea of putting a train to other parts of this base downstairs, and it will involve some sort of lift bridge or a lift gate just to connect it for more train running. But that'll be in the future. But I will allow for the expansion with a turnout, just not use it.
So there we go.
The that Larry used are available in DCC Concepts.
All right. Well, I'm going to get out of that scene. So,
So what other TV or indoor movie vehicles do you have on the layout?
what do you mean?
Well, you have BJ and the Bear.
No, that's about it. I mean, my layout. Okay, I consider my layout. How would I say it? It's about movement. And it's about movement, about what material. So what moves material? Trains and trucks. Okay, I can't get airplanes in here, so that's just not going to happen. So
you can put it on a wire and fly across the layout.
So that's why that's what this layout is about. It's about movement. Let me put everybody equal again, and and that's what I enjoy. I enjoy a lot of trucks, and that's what moves the countries is trucks and trains, and so that's what I enjoy the trucks. I love the trucks, and so
yeah, I've heard. I'm not sure how true this is, but I have heard a YouTube video saying that the rig that BJ and the Bear, the that was used in BJ the Bear is actually still being used in revenue service.
Yeah,
Somewhere in
this guy-
California.
California, I think, bought one and still runs it.
Yeah, from what I understand, this is the one that was used on screen.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
Yeah. And I just one of the channels that keeps on popping up for me is the Knight Rider Historians, and they found the original flag truck, and they're in the process of restoring it.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. JD, I did see your comment in there. It says you're going to, this is your Ventura one. So yeah, I'm going to plan on going to the Ventura one as well. And I believe it will be Saturday. I believe that's coming up pretty quickly.
What time are you leaving for OVR on Saturday, Mikey?
I just saw your comment, Derek. Daryl has been holding out on us. He has a whole separate level for staging. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so yeah, I don't know how that all looked, but thanks for telling me. Yeah, it looks okay because I'm not seeing what I can't turn my computer around, so I can't see. So
No, it worked pretty good with the camera.
Yeah,
it's
cool.
fine. We saw
Yeah,
it all.
we could see
I
it.
saw it anyhow.
Yeah, I'm not
Of
sure
course.
if I'm going down Saturday or not, James.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay,
I'm
waiting.
leaving there
cool.
around. I'm leaving around 9. Get there by 10 and get home.
Yeah, it depends how Friday goes. I got a busy day.
Yeah.
Friday.
Well, they're putting the countertops in tomorrow.
Cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get that
So
kitchen-
how many cars can you put in your staging yard?
I you know what? I haven't even tried yet because most of my stuff that I run is up on top of the table. So I've got, I don't know, you saw all those boxes. I got boxes of stuff. I want to put down there on the bottom, but I just, guys, I just haven't had the time is where the problem is. I haven't had time to open up boxes,
Always
just-
the way when you're working.
yeah, I mean, I'm running a full-blown business and, and I comment an awful lot. And before you know it, I mean,
It's the end of the
the night's gone. There's no
Yeah.
other time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
Daryl,
fine.
how about this?
Here's an idea, Daryl. Do a live stream on them. It's like the 24-hour live unboxings until you're done.
Oh, well, I could probably do that. I probably could. There's no two questions about that for sure. I'm sorry, Brian Rock Rail fan. I didn't see you in there. I was busy, but thank you for coming in. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, I didn't see
yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, as you can see, my staging yard is pretty much empty. It is. It's empty. That's because mostly when I'm running, it was stashed down there when I was working on the layout. But I haven't been working on the layout. I've been busy doing, everything else. So I mean, you
Yeah.
know.
Do you have access to the staging yard on both sides? Because that looked like
No. I only have access from where you were seeing I was pointing the camera.
so
Those
how do
That's why I
you reach
want-
all the way into the last track over.
very carefully.
Mm.
Maneuvering
And see, here's the
forward.
mistake.
Right.
Here's the mistake. I should have put snap switches in there or something, but in order for me to switch when they're coming in, I have to reach my hand across there. And it's not easy, but you know what? It works for me. I'm not in there very often. It's not like I am in that staging yard down below doing videos or anything like that. That is just to house locomotives that are ready to go, and it is to house my cars. That's it. So yeah.
Yeah. But I'm gonna do a staging yard, but I'm gonna make it so it's accessible more. So I'm kind of do a reverse loop part of the staging yard. So I can run trains from level A to level B. Plan.
Okay, let me see.
Once I work out the details in the top.
Okay, JD. The one you're talking about, Ventura, is March 4th. The Ventura one is March 4th. Just yes or no, that would be cool. Because I did mark it down on my calendar. And for the Saturday one, I will probably be there, maybe opening. Hey, High Plains Drifter. Hello. Randall, you still in here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Holy
I've just been kind of listening in.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I've been talking a lot. Well, I've been showing off a lot, but
No, that's fine.
so-
Man. I've just been kind of sitting back here watching, listening to everybody.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I heard all this stuff. Dear Ventura.
Well, somebody's alive out there because I can hear somebody tapping into the scanner trying to get a hold of the dispatcher. So
Okay.
Or
All right.
trains.
Okay. So
yeah,
this
there's a train
Saturday.
somewhere close. So
Okay.
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off. I gotta get
Okay.
up early.
all right,
Yeah,
see you, Mike.
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay. You
Good
guys,
show,
thank you very, very much. I
Thanks for
really
having us.
appreciate you guys coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna call tonight too.
All right.
But before I go, I want to thank everybody in the chat. I had really a lot of fun tonight, and we'll see you all then.
On to the next one.
Anybody wanna? Okay, my mind right now is off. Anybody want to put a plug up for channels? Mike Tracks on Mike. You want to put it up for everybody? Like Crooked
live
River
Monday.
Dave is on tomorrow.
Yeah.
Is on tomorrow morning, and that is 9 a.m. Eastern. And then you want to take it from there, Mike?
And you got Jim Tedesco at 6 to Jim's on from 6 to 8.
Yes.
And I believe Eminem Rails is at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, yes. Vinny's on Friday.
Vinny's Friday.
Yes.
Might be something else happening Friday. I'm not sure yet. Stay tuned. Off the Tracks Monday. I believe it's on my channel this week. Who's
you're on your
High
channel
Tracks
Monday.
this week?
Now, I did see something there from
Yeah. So I think that covers everybody. And then next week on is going to be Tom Grassi.
Daryl.
On Wednesday.
Yeah. Next Wednesday is going to be Tom Grassi. Cool. Again, thank you everybody.
Daryl,
I
before you
appreciate
finish-
it.
Before you go away, High Plane Drifter is asking about a beginning airbrush YouTube streams. I haven't seen an airbrush stream, but I don't have them in front of me. I'm trying to send the link to Mike for Monday of a couple of channels I know that specialize in airbrushing.
There you go.
Well, I'll send the
There's
link
a
to
couple
Mike
channels
and
out there.
post them on Monday. One's Airbrush Asylum for sure, and the other one's Barnabas Rex. They're both airbrush channels. Very good detailing.
And Boomer does a lot of airbrushing, but he doesn't do lives. He just does videos.
That's right. These guys do videos.
JD, do you have an email? I'm going to look at JD. I'm going to look on your page for an email, and I'm going to email you. So look for an email, and that way we can hook up and we can talk.
Well, there's at least 2 trains nearby, Daryl. One's going to tie down King, and the other, I don't know where the other one is. I don't even know if it's northbound or southbound.
All right. Again, thank you everybody, and I appreciate everybody coming in this evening. This was a pretty long stream for Cab Crew. Well, I didn't intend to go this long, but it actually was a really good stream, and I really enjoy.
It was only about a half an hour, Daryl.
Yeah, for you.
We did at least get one train on there.
Yeah. I appreciate Trackside Mike, James, Edwards, Tom, and especially you, Randall. I thank you all for coming in tonight, for making a great show for everybody who came in tonight. And with that, good night, everybody. And
night.
we'll see you.
See you guys.
All soon.
Keep it on track.
All right. See you.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Night.
See you.